After succeeding in stopping a fiendish cult from resurrecting a dead demon god, and witnessing the death of the god Gorum, our heroes take their opportunity to sail down the southern coast. Searching for further adventure, they're told that a priest in the town of Sandpoint is in need of help. Sounding like a simple enough job, they make their way there. But Sandpoint has a history. They are not the first adventurers to come through this seemingly sleepy town, and although those adventurers were successful in their exploits, their actions have reverberated even to now. Evil is stirring in the heart of Sandpoint, and from the depths of the pit, a fire is kindled. Can our heroes stop it? Welcome to 7 Dooms for Sandpoint.
Really been living at your house for a while.
Yeah. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents 7 Dooms for Sandpoint.
You had to remember just what it was for a second there, didn't you?
Fuck off.
I haven't you forced it.
Let me give myself a villain point, because someone gave it to me beforehand. There we go. Cool. Cool. Hello everyone, how are we all?
Good.
Good?
Morning.
A little bit late to the party tonight, but good nonetheless.
Yeah, you're here right on time for this.
Yes, the important bit.
But no, I'm glad everyone's doing well.
Yes.
Just putting it well out there to begin with. I'm a little fried at the moment, mentally speaking.
A little crispy.
But the only way that could be made worse is if I didn't do this. So I'm here.
Yes.
So good luck, everybody else.
He's been a busy boy. He has been a very busy boy.
We did do the cover art battle. Actually, okay. So there is a temptation, or there was a temptation to actually move the map to across like rooftops and things, because it was a very open air fight for the Sandpoint Devil.
Yeah.
So there was a temptation to just move it to the marketplace or something like that. But that's fine. We can save that for a later fight.
Yeah. Because, you know, there's definitely not going to be another horse. We should probably also mention Pathfinder. Obscura has been battling the Foundry scuff, so if things are a little bit wonky. He has fought the good fight.
I have, in fact, fought the good fight.
He has achieved much, but things may be a little wonky.
To be clear, I made the mistake of upgrading or updating Foundry engine to 13, and it broke all the streamer side of things, so I had to do a downgrade. I had to do it within like an hour or less, I think it was. Also, I handed in my final assessment for the business course I've been doing for like the last 3 months.
Hey,
Congratulations.
Very good deal.
So
We're excited.
If people are like, hey, could you look at these numbers for me? No. It's just probably not gonna happen.
I don't want to look at math. Let me play this game about probabilities and dice rolls.
Yeah, Ian, holding off on 13. I'm probably going to do a post on Blue Sky just recommending people, streamers in particular, don't update till 13 for quite a while.
I'm glad he told me ahead of Saturday.
Because that could have been awkward.
Well, actually, no, I'm doing basically writing on Saturday, so I'd probably be fine. But
so it should be fine, yeah. No, it's just... There's just a couple of things and tricks that streamers use in the background, and they don't update as quickly as some of the other things. But no, business course is done. As soon as I've actually had some time to recover from it, I should be having all sorts of weird, fun announcements on the way. Speaking of, I know it's probably already posted in the chat, but the playtest for Black Powder Magic and Plot will be getting pulled down very soon, as I have the final version of the book in my hands, or at least on my computer. So the sooner that's kind of, well, I'll be pulling down the playtest version very soon.
Yes. You got an extra week to get it.
Maybe?
So... No, I mean, because you made that announcement last week.
Yeah.
So I'm saying they've gotten an extra week to get it.
Yeah, they've gotten the extra week because I haven't had the brain power to do it.
Hey, benefit's a benefit, dude.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at spreadsheets for like 8 hours yesterday. It was so much fun. But yes, module makers also have to do their updates and stuff, which takes time. Look, I completely understand it. I just pulled the trigger on the update when I really shouldn't have. So things might look a little bit weird and interesting.
Yeah, so people on my end, if I'm hoping the chat window is still legible. If it isn't, I apologize. I ain't making my font any bigger because then I can't read shit. So that's what you got. Live with that.
I'm just trying to think if I got anything else in the way of announcements. I don't think so.
No, because we can't announce our stuff yet because Endless Legends not announced.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's much else.
Fishbook? Yeah, no, I can't think of shit.
Yeah, no.
Go check out his Moonbeam Realm. There's an announcement.
Oh shit, I should actually switch over to that.
Yeah, go check out his Moonbeam stuff. I'll be a shameless bitch. I'll plug mine. Go check out mine as well. Fuck, what else?
Black Powder? Oh, for those who aren't aware, I have written a book called Black Powder Magic and Plot with a couple of friends of mine. It's all about kind of adding character options that will help you run your kind of Black Powder revolutionary style of games. Like, for instance, one of the favorite things that I developed for the second round, that's actually not in the playtest, but will be in the version that will be getting put out soonish when I have a proper date of announcement, the Black Powder Doctrine for clerics, which gives clerics proficiency with firearms.
See, you just making me want to play a cleric again, dude. You need to stop giving me character ideas. This is bullshit. Every session, there's another character on the retinue.
Look, it makes the firearm that you use a divine weapon. So it uses all the like divine cleric stuff as well, like treats it as your like deity's favorite weapon.
Priest with guns.
But can they cast Etheric Cannon? I don't remember if I made. I think Etheric Cannon was only Arcane and Occult. But we also have a gun wizard in there. Or at least.
See, you say gun wizard, and I think of the MMO from over a decade ago. Wildstar. I don't know if anyone played that, but the quote unquote wizard in that game was a dual pistol wielder. And they basically cast gun. That was just all they did. They just cast gun.
Well,
it was great.
Okay, so because I was proud of writing this. One of the class feats for the Black Powder Wizard grants him a new focus spell, Arcane Hypothesis Cannon, which works
if that doesn't shoot math, I'm gonna be disappointed in you, brother.
It works very similar to Inner Radiance Torrent, but yeah, it pretty much does the anime thing of turning your arcane rifle or pistol into a giant anime cannon before firing it off.
Well, there's another fucking character on the list. God damn it!
Gunwitch from the Gunwitch. So we also have two of our patrons are based around Black Powder as well. I think one of them is based on Heavy Ordnance and the other one is Mysterious Stranger. So yeah, no, Gunwitch is absolutely an option. We were a bit too late to add the items in from NPC core though. Also, why
and
is
then
it
we steal all of this stuff from TOV as well. That'd be fun converting.
See, I love the Alkenstar AP. I wanted to do different things with it. And I should have done different things with it. But it's fine. Next time. But I think that's it. I have spoken enough, or at least for now. Character introductions. Who wants to go first?
Hi. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm noisy enough as it is. Hi. I'm Dr. Under. I play Drunic B-side. I throw axes. I have a bear. I tried to do a Batman maneuver last session. It kind of works. Obscura let me get away with some bullshit in exchange. And I rode a horse. I was a fucking cowboy last week. There you go.
Yeah? You're a cowboy?
Yep, I was cowboy, Batman, Ranger, Dwarf Man. Stick that on a shirt as a logo.
Just grabbing all the titles, it's fair. It's fine.
Yep.
I understand.
I collect trophies like I collect titles.
Do we want to go right to left? Yeah, we'll go right to left. Cap?
Hello, I am Shadran the Iron Alloy, a Conrasu kineticist?
Yes.
Yes, kineticist. I liked his idea of riding a horse, and the best I achieved was grabbing onto its butt and holding on. Which I think is a win.
Anatomy's still something you're learning. You'll learn where you're meant to ride soon enough.
Yeah, flaming horses are first for him. But we'll find out more about him as I find out more about him.
Yeah, it's still kind of got like an evolving backstory going on, which I kind of like.
Yeah, he's pretty flexible with multiple limbs and whatnot. Kind of weird. I like it.
Oh yeah, we actually get to meet him properly this week.
That's the plan.
Indeed. And I get to use my voice more.
Which I'm also looking forward to.
I will attempt not to lose my shit.
Look, I always love it when a player's like, no, I got a voice for my character, don't worry about it. And I'm like, I am going to worry about it, but you know what? I am willing to be surprised.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is very off-key from what I usually do, so I'm having fun.
Like, for the Discord game on Sunday, Nick just pulled out this Skeggsy voice from out of nowhere, and it was just like, what the fuck? Was not expecting it.
That was fucking great.
It was amazing.
I'm sorry, what's a Skeggsy?
From Dark Crystal.
Oh, I have not seen that in a hot minute.
Yeah, no, he's playing a gargoyle, so he's like, yeah, no, the voice for it, Skeggsy, right?
Okay.
You gave him that inspiration. Well, thank you.
Speaking of,
it's not because the player's a gremlin. It's not because the player's a gremlin either.
He's fine. It's fine.
It's fun. We're all a little gremlin.
Nixie's gotten a hero point from chat. But, Iravetta?
Oh, I am Iravetta. I'm the party rogue. I do the sneaks. I do the crafting. Unfortunately, I got very overwhelmed last session, so most of the time she hid for no reason.
Oh, look, it was an intense fight.
It wasn't even a fight. It was reading. Reading overwhelmed me.
Yeah.
My bane.
She's also our resident tourist.
Yes. She's just a tourist. That's her non-adventuring occupation, is tourist.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
No?
I think tourism is a valid adventure occupation.
Okay.
I was going to say, you're a dabbler, right? That's kind of like being a tourist in different medical disciplines.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, it makes sense.
Oh boy.
I just had a picture of Aravetta being the person walking through the mall, having all the free trial samples.
All the samples?
Yeah, she's just like
try all the things.
She's that lady on a cruise with the full itinerary and like the most annoying, like friendly disposition.
Oh, and like the person goes to a bed and breakfast, and when the person who runs the bed and breakfast is like, "So we're gonna have a 7 a.m. nature walk," you're like, "Oh boy, let's go!"
Yeah.
The rest of us are like, "Just
done.
let me sleep. Fuck you."
She specifically picks the haunted places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Asylum, when
Soon.
It will come. Eventually. It will. Trust me. I want to do it so bad. It's been ages since I've done an Asylum one. Last but not least, is Ish back? Or at least unmuted? Nixie! Hello.
Hello, I am Nixie. I am the healer of the group. I do all the healing things. The last session, I did the damage things.
Yes.
You did, in fact, do the Kamehameha.
The explodey things.
I unfortunately gained its attention when I shouldn't have. My bad.
Hey, what's that? You got a new tank? You got a new tank in the group? What's that? Everyone's gonna do that aggro thing?
Oh, look.
The tank just like, stop taunting the boss.
I'm not gonna lie, I had flashbacks to tanking in like Final Fantasy shit and like old school WoW. Where you're like, for fuck's sake, let me build up my aggro.
In ESO, when you start doing dungeons and the tanks yell at you.
It's one of the reasons I don't do endgame content. I don't like being yelled at.
I only play healers.
That's you come do endgame content with us. It's a clusterfuck.
It is, so it's not even in-game content. It's just like you start doing dungeons at some point, and all that you can tell when people are new because they don't know like what to do. And the tanks are usually just people like that have run it so many times. Then they're just like. Like when I used to play on Xbox, they'll just rage. They'll rage on you because it has mic like voice chat. It's like, dude, chill the fuck out.
At least this time you'll know it's me that I'm raging.
Well, as for me, hello, hi, the voice you're hearing is mine. I am Obscura, and the lovely visage you see before you is my Eldritch buddy Deaton. And we're kind of in a shared body situation, but you don't have to worry about it because I'm kind of taking a little bit of a back seat tonight. So we'll see what chaos ensues. It's gonna be fun.
Deaton, have mercy.
Does he like being called God?
I don't think he needs a god complex.
Well, I'm about
Let's
to give
give
it to
the
him.
Eldritch Abomination a god complex. That'll go
I'm
so
about
well.
to give it to him.
It worked well for
yeah.
HP Lovecraft.
Don't look up the name of his cat. So, question I have for my players, as always. Who remembers what happened last week?
I think the new guy has to do the summary.
That's so mean.
I was finally arriving at Sandpoint when I saw a flame in the sky. I'm not going to do it in the voice. I'll wait for...
No, do it in the voice! Do it in the voice!
Well, I really should only take over the recap from halfway point because my character wasn't there for the first half.
That's true.
So, who remembers what happened for the first
I did it
half?
last week.
I'll take over midway.
Dwarf?
Alright. I knew I was going to get volunteered. I fucking knew it.
You can't. I don't.
I'll tell you what Drunik got up to. Drunik went fishing. Bought some pie. Bought some ale. Had a picnic and went fishing. Eyed some gremlins. Watched Eraveta collect junk. Get junk from gremlins. Had a chat with some nerds. Heard some noises. Ran out to try and do a Batman after yelling at I'm pretty sure it was an acolyte being like, hey, go tell people shit's about to hit the fan.
Shit's
Just some
about to
poor
go
acolyte
down.
just grabbed him by the scruff. I was like, oi, bitch, run. And then, yeah, just prepared to be a Batman. That's what Drunik knows.
Michael not mentioning the fact that we saw a giant fiery fireball heading towards town.
No, that's fine. that didn't warrant mentioning. That wasn't a big deal.
Nixie went and cleansed a rock.
Also very true.
And prevented some of her acolyte buddies from being taken over.
Oh, yeah, you sang a lullaby.
Which would have been amusing. The book actually has like the details in there in case that does happen. Nixie cleansed wing. Well,
God damn it. I read that.
or at the very least,
You can't drop shit like that when I've got a mouthful of drink. That's bullshit.
Oh, pretty much where we left. Let me try that again, hey? Where we left off last week was you had in fact just slayed the Sandpoint Devil.
Ease.
And specifically, Nixie.
Yes.
You tapped into some sort of power that you never had before.
Yes. That was terrifying.
Nixie's been holding out on us, and it's bullshit.
No, I've never experienced that in my life.
Been holding out on us.
Wow.
I haven't bullied you all week. Give me a break.
Nixie's death's the anime pro tag. You're assuming they're all not the anime pro tag.
I'm the drunken uncle.
Oh god, you are too.
That made me think of Run the
Tell me I'm
1.5.
fucking wrong. No, you know who Druidek's gonna be? Who's seen Hajime no Ippo? Like the boxing. I'm probably mispronouncing that terribly. The boxing
Yeah.
anime / manga. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm the old guy. Druidek's the old guy that lives on the mountain.
Oh my god, you are! Stop, you
Smell all the
are!
bears.
Oh my god!
Did you do that?
My mom-
purposely?
My mom was watching that anime recently.
It's probably a more flattering thought than what I had, which was Hipposai from Ranma 1.5,
Oh my god.
the grandpa.
I don't know that one.
That's a
From the
great
one
character.
half? Are you talking
Yeah,
about
Run the
Ranma
one half.
No, he's the panther.
So if Nixie's blown the horse out of proportion with a spell,
That's a way to put it, yeah.
her buzz sword.
I didn't mean
My
to.
words don't work either. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Druidek, probably in perfect unison with Eraveta, has jumped on the body looking for trophies. And
I
usable
said that
things.
because Nixie
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, Aravetta probably came to check on me." I'm like, "I'm sorry, babe. Aravetta is
look.
knee deep looking in horse guts at the moment, looking to see what's left."
Yeah, Druidek and Eraveta are very distracted right now. She's looking for useful shit. I'm mainly looking for trophies.
The blood gremlins are gremlining.
That's okay. Nixie was having a panic attack right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It just took over her.
Shadran's gonna walk up to you and he puts 2 hands on your shoulder and then 4 more hands lean on the hands that he's got on your shoulder, and he goes, "You have done well. That was interesting. What did you do to that horse?"
I honestly don't know. As Nixie is you can see her visibly getting more and more uncomfortable with the topic because she has no idea what the fuck just happened. There are more and more butterflies swarming around her.
I feel like Aravetta just thinks it's more cleric power.
Yeah.
In her head, she's just written off Nixie as the champion now. So she's got the power.
Well, Iraveta and Jurnik, you're the two who are currently examining what remains of the horse.
You were like, "Oh man, it's all mush."
Well, that's the thing. Whatever Nixie did to it, it's kind of maintaining its shape and form a little bit more than usual.
I feel like Eraveta and Druidek have we've looked at each other, but it's not melting.
we both just start drooling.
It is being cut cleanly in half, straight down the middle. There is a little bit of a gap, of course, from whatever happened with Monarch and whatever energy or power that Nixie used. But the edges of the horse as well are still kind of burning or sizzling with a kind of, looking over to Nixie, there's a very similar energy still kind of burning off from the wounds.
Oh yeah, cursed as fuck.
Can yeah, Drunick's gonna see if he can. Well, if I'm gonna have a trophy, I'm going for the big one.
I hope
Drunick's gonna
you
try
would
and
roll.
cut it at the neck on both sides, and he's gonna see if he can like harvest the two halves of the head and kind of pull out some rope and like tie them together.
Might I recommend not making a helmet out of it?
I don't plan to make a helmet out of it. I'm gonna go Witcher style and mount this fucker to the side of Misha.
Oh fuck!
And have a Sandpoint Devil head trophy.
Well, that's what you're going for.
Wait, what was if he
what are
like
you going for?
sits and what was if he like sits and watches us from Misha's butt? It's like Hag Eyes. He's just like chilling and watching us now. Everybody's looking for anything like craftable, usable.
Craftable,
That
usable?
would be like magical, specific, not cursed, preferably. But you know how things are.
It's a devil. Like
Maybe she'll curse the spaghettis with it or some shit. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like demon glue.
crafting stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'll get a crafting check from you, Iravetta. And I'll get a survival check from you, Jornik.
Oh, can I throw up twice before we do that?
Oh yeah, can I vomit as well?
Me and Drew both look at each other and we're just like, wait, this has to be perfect. So we just start like throwing up in a corner and try to clear this fucking sickness.
Yeah, look, you can do that and just kind of remove it. I'm not going to make you roll for that. But
Oh, thanks God.
it is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it tastes like sulfur and burns twice as bad.
Ew. Can
Oh, do I be greedy?
is Nixie still cursed?
For the moment, yes.
You're cursed until you can get it removed. It was like a constant thing. From
That
memory.
was better, but not as good.
I'm a scrolling for the details for you, Ish. 1 second. Shield.
I don't think that's going to be a success, Iravetta.
I can't do anything about that.
Yeah. You did try, though.
I did try.
Do or do not, there is no try.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Nixie is going to investigate the wound that she inflicted on the horse.
Give me a religion check.
Okay.
But as for you, Drunick, you are capable of harvesting the head, or at least the two halves of the head.
There. No.
Yes. He like grabs both and he tries it first before tying the two halves of the head together. He does just try to like put them together and see if like the seared energy kind of like welds them together a little bit.
Look.
And when they don't, he's just like fuck. Like pulls out some like shaggy rope and like just like ties it together.
There's like a
The whole neck basically looks like this thing's wearing a scarf. It's just a thick binding of fucking rope all the way up the neck. And because Aravetta was worried about it watching us, he like pulls out a scrap of cloth and he like ties a blindfold around its eyes. But like, there you go. What fucking calls it this shit? It's great.
I draw a mustache on it.
mustache.
No, it's my fucking trophy. Leave it
Without
alone.
him seeing.
This is the head in question, by the way.
I draw a mustache on that bitch.
Well, it already has a goatee, apparently.
Yeah, it'll match.
I don't want to
I make him slightly Italian.
Just slightly Italian.
It was a really good trophy.
Yeah. You don't notice it. I mean, I don't know. God might make me do a stealth check, but
No, I didn't. I said, please leave my friends alone as I threw the weapon.
just like really polite.
That's a sign of heresy, being polite to devils.
Well, I mean, It
When you
varies.
know my background, it makes more sense.
It varies on the gods.
Anything Ayurveda ever does.
I feel like there's 100% gods that if you don't just like constantly swear abuse at devils, they're like, nah, you're out of the club, fuck off.
If you
Iomade.
know my background, it makes more sense. Right, God? If they knew my background, it makes more sense.
Oh, absolutely. But, Nixie, with your 26 for religion, you were examining the wound, but were you after something in particular?
Shit. I have 2 questions. Shit.
Yeah, go for it. If you have 2 questions, I might answer both. I might answer only one.
Is it the real devil?
Yeah. And what's the second question?
How did Monarch do what it did?
Ah. Well, to answer your first question, this does appear to be the actual Sandpoint Devil.
Holy shit.
It does, in fact, appear to be the one of legend. However, 2 things. One, that's not to say that there isn't more. It has been decades since the last sighting of the Sandpoint Devil. And the question also has to be asked, if this is the horse, does it have a rider?
See, I was gonna say this is just the daddy, not the mama.
This is Sandpoint Devil Jr.
Oh god, we killed his child.
Oh no!
The kid came out after curfew. Dad's gonna be pissed.
Gotta get the lawyers on you. That's gonna be bad.
The lawyers
like
of the
he's-
Mothman.
I was gonna say I feel like his lawyer is significantly more fiery and hot-headed.
No, they're the Mothman because they're the prophecy guys. They do a lot of speaking. He'll come in and explain the litigation. It's fine.
Just what we need, a legally minded Mothman.
Yeah. I'm not evil or ominous. I'm just a lawyer.
So both those things
Take
got
your
you.
soul.
Yeah.
To answer your second question, though, Nixie, how is Monarch capable of doing this? You already know that it's a relic weapon, or at least a legendary weapon, and particularly it has a strong alignment with Desna. So it's entirely possible it's just a case of, in the hands of a Desnan priest, fighting a obvious devil.
It increased in health and strength. And...
Butterfly Mama was like, here, have some extra AA batteries.
Sweet, succulent, AA battery.
Yeah.
All we've established is that it's now canon that Desna hates horses.
Yeah.
She hates this horse because he's trying to pretend to be a butterfly.
God damn it.
He's got purple wings.
I will say as well, Nixie, though, you did feel kind of a burst of divine power, very momentarily, but kind of examining yourself, you can still see the after effects of it. And you can see your compatriots, at least Iraveta and Drunic, both seem to resonate with the same power. Not the same color, of course. It's different for each of them. But there is a definite similarity between the reverberations. And you are reminded of the...
Stigmata.
Well, you were warned by others that being in close proximity to... All right, let's put it this way. As a group, you slayed a god. Like, you killed one that was coming back.
And witnessed the death of another.
In very short succession.
Yeah, like also close proximity sort of thing.
I would just like to establish, for legal reasons, that is not our public stance. We did not, in fact, slay a god. Because those red mantis guys, they're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's what Shadron said. He said some red mantis guys are looking for us.
No. Not us. Someone else.
Yeah, absolutely, someone else.
It was easy enough to track you. I'm sure others will. I stopped lots of them, but I can only do so much.
Oh Lord.
Drake's gonna, like, kind of for the first time notice Shadron. But, hey! Well, I've talked to trees before, so this isn't too odd. How you doing, lad? Thanks for helping with the fiery bastard there. He's just gonna, like, bring up their head that's, like, kind of... I feel like he's kind of tied the end of the rope into the mane.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of, like, holding it by this handle that he's fashioned. He's like, he's an ugly bastard, wasn't he? Yeah, no, I appreciate the help. Question. Wouldn't you be wanting to go the other way, considering you're a fucking tree and he was all fiery? Though I suppose you are metally. You got all shiny, rusty bits on you. Wait. No, it's fine. You're probably fine.
Point in note, not a tree, but yes, I do make myself out of wood as needed. You will find that it is harder stuff and will not burn.
Oh, that's good then. Because,
like your hair, I'm sure you would have a lot more issues with that catching alight, especially with how greasy it looks.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He doesn't even realize that you've insulted him.
He doesn't realize it's an insult.
Yeah.
Whatever, both your heads. Cool.
They just say it and they just look at each other and smile.
I get it first value. Yep.
Nixie's gonna she's gonna catch up. She's gonna look at both of them and shake her head.
He'll hold out a gnarled hand, which most of the metal that was covering his body previously is kind of chipped away and crumbled, and he'll just hold it out and greet all of you. I am Shadron. I have traveled far to find you. I want to first say thank you for what you have done. For that, I will be in your service to repay a debt.
Lean over.
And shake hands.
You'll blink.
I'll shake his hand. I'm gonna lean over to Arabella and be like, "The fuck did we do for him?"
He knows. He knows about us killing.
Wait. So he knows. He's been looking for it, and he's slightly rusty.
No, he's not rusty.
I am not rusty. This is well maintained.
He said that he was like, we helped the realm he was on or something, because the guy was like a bad guy for metal. He's kind of metal, and so.
Yeah, okay.
But he said all this before.
I totally get what you're saying. Dude, I has no fucking clue about that. So he's a mate then, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
Cool.
You have
drink,
my
lad.
shield. I can drink.
Brilliant. We'll talk about it over beer later. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Feet. Roots.
Yes, this is at the tavern.
One of them.
We're still in the middle of the church. Can we see? Has people still in panic?
The panic has kind of calmed down, but it's kind of also switched. Like, understand, the 4/5 of you have been having this conversation. I'm including Misha in this. Kind of examining the devil and stuff like that. But as you've been doing this, people have just started to gather around. Because, once again, remember, the Sandpoint Devil has been a specter hanging over the head of Sandpoint for decades. There are people alive in Sandpoint who remember the last time it burned their town to the ground.
Oh, they're gonna see Nixie all fucked up.
Well, that's the thing. There were people who absolutely saw the fight as it went down. And the murmurs of it are already starting to reverberate through the crowd.
Yay!
Nixie, you totally got some points. They saw you Kamehameha him.
Nixie's gonna like freeze, look
Oh,
around.
that's good.
Freak
Public
out.
opinion. Look at more hurt.
And then she's going to hold on. She's gonna look at you two because you guys are still glowing in her eyes. Right. A good thing.
Drunek's gonna cast his gaze over the crowd that you said, or the growing crowd, or the people. Is there anyone that we recognize?
I was gonna say, like any officials come to the
Yeah,
point
any
yet?
kind of either particular NPCs we've interacted with, or like people of import, council members, that kind of shit.
Well, it's not long before the captain of the guard shows up.
Drunek's gonna like see her approaching, hold up the head, and be like, "Oh, man!"
That now has a mustache.
Mustachio.
Oh fuck!
I made it like the style of one of the Scannettis that they have, because I'm sure one of them has a mustache.
Busted ass
If only we can pass
mustaches.
it off
So
as real.
subliminal imaging, making people think the Scannettis are the devil.
Oh god!
Just subtly.
yeah.
And you'd be like, "Yeah, we did the fucking thing."
Is he waiting for praise? We have done a task. Let us move on.
Praise is required. Everyone is just standing there covered in blood.
Ah, it is like that.
Wait,
Very well.
wait.
And Shadrin will go sit on the wall and just wait.
Shadow, we do this so we get paid. The more we get paid, the more we can drink.
Yes,
There they are.
we get paid. Am I to be paid for helping you?
We'll sort that out later. It'll be fine.
I suppose we can enact a contract of sorts, my services for payment.
We'll sort it out later. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Bello does come up to your group, and surprisingly, she looks shocked.
Hi!
I didn't know if Face could do that.
Hello?
Everybody just like waltzes up covered in blood, looking exhausted.
To be clear, she also looks exhausted. Her
Yeah.
face and her clothes show the signs of, like, ash, probably a couple of burns. Like, her cloak is very much damaged at this point. You get the feeling she's
put
probably...
fires out.
Yeah. You get the feeling she's been running into buildings. At the very least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we like this person.
I just like presentation her and get like the scuff off.
Thank you. You did it. Well, we didn't know it was coming, but you did it.
I mean, we had like an hour. It was flying across the sky.
That one helped, by the way. I'm gonna point at Shadrin. But yeah, good one. We like him.
Wave with two of his arms.
He'll point at Nixie and be like, "She got toasty." And points at Erevo, be like, "She shot it." Points at himself, and I rolled it.
I don't think I did shoot it. I don't remember.
You
I think
shot
he got
at it.
once.
yeah, I shot at it. I think I hit it with my dagger. That's the only time I hit it.
No, actually, you hit it in the first round. Gave it that bleed effect that had stuck around for the entire fight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I tell no lies.
Let's not go crazy.
You just said that because you know me.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Well, I think at the very least, congratulations are in order. She turns to the
it
crowd
was
and goes,
fun.
"Don't you think, everyone?" And there's a riotous cheer that goes up from the crowd.
I don't think the job's done, right? I mean, gestures to like all the burning buildings.
Oh, look, the fires are under control. This is just peripheral damage. We will recover quickly.
Nope, it's nothing. And whatever Nixie did to it, it's not fucking off this time like a normal fiend. It's kind of just dead.
Drunek's gonna like lean down to Arabetta and be like, "Would it be really bad taste if I said that we should have a party?"
We should have a party! She just yelled it.
Well, that's
Look, far be it from
I
me to
guess that
argue with
answers
it.
my question.
Look, there's still a little bit of work left to be done, but once the work is done, I think definitely a party
once
is
the
in order.
fires are out, the hearth is lit. It's getting lit.
The beacons
Alright,
have been
well-
lit.
I suppose so. Wait, the earlier the fires go out, the sooner we can drink. Oh, Misha! And he's gonna like wander over to Misha, and he's gonna strap the horse head quite tightly to like one of the spots of like Misha's bags.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure someone can't pinch it very easily. Not that I think many people would try to pinch from an angry bear.
Probably not him.
Yeah. And he'd be like, "All right, Misha, let's go find some water. I want to have a drink." And he's just gonna like wander to the nearest people he sees with like buckets, and just, you know, join in the effort of, you know, kind of fetching water.
Well, players, I do have a question for all of you.
Yes, God.
As you're aware, in Sandpoint, you have several factions that you're currently dealing with.
Yes.
Now, slaying the Sandpoint Devil will give you a significant bump to one of them, and a bump to a couple of others.
Yes.
The question I want to ask you is, who do you want to prioritize? The town guard, like the town watch, or the townsfolk?
I think God, because we don't have anything with them, right? We have a decent bump with the last party with the town folk,
Yeah.
right? We have admired by the cathedral. We're liked by the town folk, so that will go up. I'm assuming townsfolk anyway, but town
Townsfolk
watch
would
were
probably be
ignored.
good.
Were ignored by the town's watch. So if we're favorable with the town's watch,
My
That's-
thought with townsfolk is the town's watch would have family, which would be the townsfolk. So maybe we can get away with influence with the townsfolk.
I'm sort of side working the folk anyway. Like any point I get, I'm like mingling with them.
You've got a side hustle with the folk. I think stealing from them is a bad thing.
No, I'm not stealing from them. But
I think maybe we go town's watch and then we focus on doing the minor to the townsfolk. Because like room watches, we can focus on
the minor. I think he's saying multiple will be happy that we saved the town.
Oh yeah.
But the 2-pointer, basically, assuming is
in honor of the
last
fact
thing.
that it was the guard captain that walked up. My vote's town's watch, but I'm only one vote out of. You know,
I'm Town's Watch specifically for strategy.
For strategic purposes.
She's kind of the way she's thinking about cozying up with the town is very strategic anyway.
So yeah, town's watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nixie.
Yeah.
Any preference?
Boom.
I think she's muted currently. Someone might have walked in.
I did hear a little bit of noise. That's all good though.
Yeah, someone might have walked in. That's fine. She's probably more distracted by, feeling like she's burning alive due to a curse currently.
She is currently cursed.
She would say the same. Like, I would assume she'd just agree. Unless she goes cathedral, but I think we're working the cathedral pretty hard anyway.
Yeah, let's do Town's Watch.
Okay.
I believe that puts you over for that.
Family was being really loud.
That's okay.
I don't know what
No
the
worries.
fuck we were arguing about, but
We didn't hear anything, so you're good.
The guild also, the Mercantile League also likes you.
Does the Scanettis like this? That's I'm like. Do they like the fact that we saved Sandpoint?
I can neither confirm or deny this.
Do we really care if they don't like it?
Me sitting in the faction notes waiting for it to update.
Because no, yeah, I definitely don't have it up on screen. 'Cause I'm just saying, I kind of plan to do what we did last party and have no Scannettis allowed.
No, I'm having this as a whole thing because I want them to see us with the horse head.
Hasn't
to
tipped
see
over
proof.
for the Mercantile League yet.
Okay,
That's
that's still
fine.
cool though.
I probably
Both
do
considering we haven't done any work with them at all,
the watch
or like even gone to see them. The watch? Yeah.
That. Alright.
Well, we got liked with them as well. And I think we've kind of been working with them a little bit as well because like we've been doing the teleporters and bringing back notes and all that kind of stuff.
No,
which-
Rune Watches and Watch, two different things.
Oh,
Town Watch,
no, I know.
and then she was saying Watch, not the Rune Watches.
Oh, sorry. Also, before we leave town, we're going to take the weapons and stuff we've been looting from the pit. We were going to give them to the blacksmith, remember? She asked us to pick some up.
If they're Thessalonian, I don't think we got any Thessalonian weapons.
Wasn't one of the magical weapons that we found Thessalonian?
Was there?
Ooh. Ooh.
I'll
Are
check
any-
this out.
There's
Continue
the
on.
Bastard Sword.
I'll
There's
have a
the
look.
Void Glass Curry.
No, that's the
Because normally they'd say Thessalonian on them.
Correct. It will specifically say it if it is or not. And I don't think you
Yeah.
picked up any as
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Okay. I thought one of my brain was telling me one of them was like covered in Thessalonian runes, one of the enchanted
No.
things that we got, but that must
no.
be me.
Good work for remembering, though.
Yeah.
Well, the Sandpoint Devil's corpse is kind of cleared away from the main square, and a kind of impromptu cookout is prepared. Let's stop the burning town, shall we?
Hey, no more fire.
While they're like collecting stuff for the cookout, can Drunik go up to? Fuck, I can never remember the name of our tavern that we're at. The White Deer.
Yeah.
And can he go see if the fish that he brought in earlier is still there and take that down to the cookout?
Yes, you can take it down to the cookout.
Cool.
Ayurveda
Look at
is very heavily involved in like helping out, and again, face work, trying to make us look good.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah, Shadron will go to any buildings that were burnt, and he's going to be reinforcing walls and structures just with iron that he crafts and pulls out of the void.
Yeah,
Nice.
kind of pulls it out there, even though it's fine.
I can't help out in a structural way, so Drunik will be riding on the back of Misha again, and he's going to be just like prancing around in front of the kids with the horse head, just going brah, 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 just to entertain them, because that's what he did with the dragon head, so he's going to do it with the horse head as well.
Have we? Because we don't know that Nixie's cursed. We know she's fucked up.
She's been
She's
burned.
Like normally she heals us after combat.
Actually, we
right?
should actually, yeah, if we notice that, we probably would be doing something about that, right?
That's what I'm asking. So Nixie normally heals us after combat. If she tries to heal herself, do the burns go away?
Well, question for you, Nixie.
Yeah.
Are you hiding the burns?
I think she would.
She would hide them? Because
Yeah.
as the resident doctor / healer, if anyone is able to kind of obfuscate the cursed nature of it, it would be you. So
She's
if you want
gonna-
to do that, you can.
Oh, never mind then.
Do we know of what nature this curse was? Is it a fey?
We don't know
Is
if
it a
she's cursed.
demonic one? We don't know, but as a I don't remember what
wise.
Yeah.
She was affected by the Sandpoint Devil. It had a particular breath weapon, and unfortunately, Nixie was critically failed the check.
It's when it burped on us.
Yeah.
She critically failed.
Yeah.
And it caused something of a more permanent curse.
Yeah. Well, never mind then. Ayurveda is soup kitchen.
Oh, I haven't updated mine. No more villain points. I got 3 now.
Nixie is probably going to try and deal with... She's going to heal you guys first.
Yeah.
Because that's what she always does. To seem normal. So roll for...
Oh,
Also, you should be applying that curse to your rolls anyway. I mean, you do roll, because it was like a minus on every check or some bullshit.
You don't have to roll for this. I'm not going to put you through another combat tonight.
Okay.
So we can just kind of hand wave the whole thing of you'll all be healed back to your full hit points.
Yeah.
Yay!
And then I need to try and figure out how to get rid of the curse. So I'm going to go talk to... Would they be still down?
Yep, they're at the pit.
Getting rid of the rock?
Yeah, they've still got...
They're there for 3 days.
Yeah.
This is like the first day.
Yep.
Then I'm going to go talk to Azula to try and see if he can help me with my curse.
He's at the pit.
Yes, so I'm going to use the teleporter.
She's leaving.
Middle of a party, or even as the party starts.
She will tell Ayurveda before she goes where she's going.
Okay.
And everyone thoroughly question, why are you going? Why are you leaving?
Wait. Didn't Abstalak come back with Nixie because their shift was done and then someone else was taking over while they rested?
Her shift was done.
Her shift was done.
No, he's not here.
I thought both her and Abstalak came back.
No.
So to explain, because of how taxing long rituals like that can be, they usually do it in like 4-hour shifts, similar to how you would do a watch. And because Absalar is the local head cleric, he is supervising the other acolytes down there, but he's also taking his rest and things like that.
He's just resting there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I mention him a lot as the main NPC for the cathedral, but understand, it's a sizable cathedral, and there's a couple of dozen people who work there.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's like, why are you going to see Absalar right now? We can tell them the news later. It's a party.
You know how the horse thing did that breath attack?
Yeah, it burped on us.
Yeah, and she's gonna reveal like some of the burns. They're not going away.
Okay, so now can everybody see that there's something wrong?
Yes.
She's like, I mean, do you have to? Couldn't maybe a cleric here do something? There's still other clerics here.
Not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty well versed in my own healing myself. And
are there no clerics that would know how to clear a curse here?
Let me put it this way.
I don't know it's a curse, right?
You don't know it's a curse.
Okay.
But let me put it this way.
It's wounds. I'm like, if I can't heal the wounds, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Because, yes, there are other clerics, but Nixie's still far and away more powerful than most of them.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we should go. All right. I'll tell the boys, and then she'll go find the boys and tell them that we'll be back later.
Do I heal full, or am I still hurt?
You heal back to full, but the curse remains.
Cool.
It gives you like pain. I forgot what the thing was. It gives you pain and gives you like negative.
It feels like you're perpetually burning alive.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm in pain.
I will
pain.
specifically say for you though, Nixie, it feels more like a dull pain, which is not something you're particularly used to. Like you said, you have access to some pretty potent healing magic, so dealing with pain, suffering, curing even more sustained and grievous wounds are usually not an issue for you. So experiencing this kind of dull, gnawing pain is something new for you.
Nixie's freaking out a little.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So everybody just tells her to give her a moment. She'll go tell the Druidic and Shad that she's taking Nixie to go see Absolar. We'll be back as soon as possible. And then she's like say a quick bye to like the public figures that are close by to her, and she'll be like, "We'll be back," and then she'll go.
As much as I'm going to do the Cardinal said, she'll be like, "Oh, all right, I will keep everyone on ice for you." Now, where was I? So I jumped on its back. And he's just going to keep telling the story.
No, she's happy with that.
Yeah. No, that's fine. So you're telling stories, trying to keeping people entertained. I'm going to say performance or society.
Yeah, we know which one I'm picking.
Performance.
Because, I would definitely... Oh, yeah, no, performance with my -1 short. No,
Hey,
you know what?
hey, the
He's
DC
two
is
shakes to
easier.
the wind, but... He's two shakes to the wind at this point. It
Yeah.
seems appropriate. Fuck it, we'll do it. I'll live dangerously.
Fuck it, reroll.
I'm telling a shit story.
Well, it's not so much that it's terrible. It's just a little bit rambling. And at this point, you've already had like a drink or two. So you're also kind of bouncing between different parts of the story. You know, that way where it's, you got in your stream of consciousness and then you remember something else, so you immediately stop and then start talking about that thing.
Yeah, he's like, and that guy over there did this fancy shit and just like charges over to Chad and is like, I don't know what it is, but he's your block. Where's that fucking man? Just like wanders off looking for something else to eat. Like he's just completely over the top.
Shadred looks at the crowd that you just walked away from to get food and he goes, I am just here to make sure no one stabs him while he's drunk.
I feel like drinking yellow through his shoulder. That's what the bear's for!
The bear is also drinking.
Actually, is Misha drinking? I feel like Misha's probably had a take it. He's like found
probably.
a bowl and poured out some mead.
The drunk
for his
bear wife.
Bear.
Just what we need. Oof.
Oh.
That's what
And-
you should name your tavern.
The drunken bear
The
wife.
drunken bear wife.
I hate how
Hey,
much of a good ring that has, actually.
Yeah, it sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
I had another dwarf at one point that had a tavern called the Three-Legged Bear.
Yeah.
So
His foot got chopped off. No, it got broken
Melted
after.
off?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah.
petrification plus Gorgon stomach acid.
Welp. Shadrin, what are you doing at this party? Besides kind of looking after Drunic to a degree, or at least making sure he doesn't get stabbed.
Shadrin is probably eating a little, drinking a little, just to kind of feel like he fits in a bit.
Yeah.
But I think if there are, kids out, he'll like gravitate towards them and start doing little magic tricks by summoning crafted pieces of metal in the shape of different animals and doing that good old where's the coin magic trick and materializing coins from behind kids' ears. He seems to like putting on a show. So he's probably just mingling around, but always keeping an eye on them on Drunic.
Well, do you have performance, Shadrin?
No, I didn't say he was performing well, but he can try.
Well, similar
what
to
is it?
Drunic, you can give me performance or society.
Yeah, I'll go for There is no
What?
active encounter. That didn't work.
Just
You're
open
trying
your
to do
sheet.
it. No, you can just do it. So from skills, there's a little hand at the bottom.
Yeah.
So you click the hand, and then you can go straight to performance. The little plus
While
in
he's
red.
doing that, I feel like at some point Drunic has come up with like 2 tankards in each fist, and he's passed to Shadra and be like, "Now you said you could drink," and he's looking like a wide-eyed child watching Shadron drink.
Nice.
Oh, I hit society, but either way, that's a 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a bad performance. And for the most part, the kids are just fascinated by your general form and shape. Because, let's be clear, they've probably encountered Leshis before, which are similar to Konrasu in some ways. But,
Like less structural.
yeah, less structural. Don't have a glowing orb in the center. But are you wearing your mask at the moment?
Yeah, he's wearing his mask at the
Alright.
moment. He very rarely takes it off.
So most of them are just mistaking you for a Leshi. Whether you're
That's
happy
fair.
for them to do that or not, that's up to you.
Yeah, he is. He'll blow some minds where he'll do that trick where you move your thumb back and forth, but he's actually detaching it and reattaching it, and then he does the same thing by pulling an arm off and then reattaching an arm.
I feel it's unfair when you could actually do it. Because I could do the thumb trick, but it's just, yeah, so unfair. If only I could
He's
detach my
happy to
thumbs.
cheat for the art.
Yeah. You know, for the lulz. We know how it works. But yeah, Jurnik does hand you some drinks. The kids are a lot more calm at this point, though. Some of them were a little bit panicked, a little bit freaked out. Thanks to your performance, there's a little bit more chill. And you can tell that the tiredness is kind of hitting some of them as well.
When we see that the kids are getting a bit tired, so it's starting to not wind down, but like there's less
Adrenaline's
kids
worn
around
off.
to see. Yeah. Drake's gonna cast his gaze around the group of people that are assembled. Can he spot any of the Scanettis?
There's a couple of the Scanettis. Mostly you don't see Khan, and you do see Titus.
That was the sneaky beaky one.
No, Titus is the patriarch.
Okay, yeah.
Khan's the one you've also had a lot of contact with. But the third
Yes.
one, who you've only seen once or twice, you can't see him.
That's fine. He's gonna lean across to Shadron and be like, "Now, you know how you said you were gonna stop me getting stabbed?
Yes.
That might happen." And he's not gonna walk all the way up to Titus, but almost exactly like he was during the ritual, he's gonna go up to one of the meat stands, get another hunk of ham leg or turkey leg or something, grab the trophy of the Sandpoint Devil in his other hand,
Yeah.
and when he's standing in the clear, be like, very clearly in Titus's line of sight, raise his hands up like he did last time, like, and then just kind of do a little bit of, not quite a dance or a jig, but where you kind of hop a couple of times back and forth between your foot, just very much I did a thing, look at me. And he just take a big fucking bite out of the thing, wiggle the head around a little bit, and then just walk back off.
Fair enough.
Does he react at all?
Well, the expression you can see on his face, he definitely has resting bitch face. Just that kind of perpetual concern.
Grumpy old man.
Yeah, the grumpy old man look just seems to be a constant attachment for him. Always on the edge of just bursting into rage and yelling at someone because they spilled their drink on him. That kind of thing.
So Shadron has no idea who this guy is, and you didn't actually give him much information about what they are. So seeing someone who looks very angry at the party, Shadron's going to go grab a tankard of wine and a chunk of meat and walk up and go, "It is a party. Would you like some sustenance?" And then hold both out to him. "This is for joy. No one was killed in this battle."
Titus will kind of look you over, trying to hide a bit of the derision, but obviously this man has that whole highborn nose in the air to him. But to his credit, he does take the food and the drink, and he gives Khan, the gentleman with the family resemblance standing next to him, a very stern look and says, "You are correct. This is a time for celebration, not for rage or animosity. All of you have done really well tonight. You are heroes."
While he's being civil, Drinix locked eyes with Card.
I'm so angry that I'm missing this.
he's like,
hand on his shoulder and
You
goes,
didn't have to go with Nixie.
Shush, you cuss bitch.
but he's gonna like try and lock eyes with Card for like you know when you lock eyes with someone for just a little bit longer than a stare, like it's just a little bit of a poke. You're not like staring them down fully because you don't want people to perceive it, but the person that you're looking at knows that you kind of like, fuck you. Yeah,
"There's a will they, won't they moment."
Yeah.
Will
He's
they?
gonna just do that to Card.
Will they? I ship them. What?
They just kiss.
Pippin is Nixie's job. We've established.
She's not here to do it.
Chan takes the little half step forward to kind of engage, but Titus kind of gives him a very stern look, which causes him to get a little bit more grumpy, and Chan walks off. Well, I say walk off, storms off.
Huff.
Rudek 100% takes us a victory. The second he sees Titus like give him a word, right?
Yeah.
He turns his back, raises both hands in the air again, and gives him like a cheer and it's like a really big belly laugh, like, "Hey, we won!" And no one knows what he's talking about, whether he's talking about
kissed the
Card or the
head.
horse. And he's just like, "Hey!" And goes to find more beer.
Fair
Is
enough.
he always this loud?
Are you asking Titus?
Oh yeah, I'm asking Titus.
He is in fact always that loud.
I suppose that will take getting used to. And then he'll wander off and say, "I wish I still had the quiet life. I miss the mountains."
Now, Nixie and Iravetta.
Carvetter is in uncanny mother mode.
Yeah. You've made your way back to the stone beneath the pit. And at this point, Abstelar is... You get the feeling he's coming off shift, or at least he's revealing someone else. He's looking tired and a little bit exhausted. But he greets you regardless. "Oh, Nixie, you're supposed to be resting."
I will just say I grabbed, before the body was dealt with or cleared or anything, I grabbed a bunch of like the horsehair just as like, I don't know, material in case it helps get rid of whatever the fuck is doing, because like it's the source of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I grabbed like a handful of that, and Aravetta literally is just dragging Nixie into the room.
She's
like,
the mother dragging the kid to go get their shots.
She's not even like chill about it. She's like, "Alfar, come here."
Yes, I should have been resting, but that kind of got halted when a ball of fire came towards the city.
Hold up the hair.
The Sandpoint Devil attacked.
The
We got him.
Sandpoint Devil attacked?
We got him, but she's fucked.
We got rid of him, but I don't understand what's happening. I healed. I was blessed, but I'm still in pain.
Do you show him your wounds? Or at least
Yes.
the cursed area?
Yeah.
Absalom takes your hands and examines it and goes, "I unfortunately have a lot of experience with this curse. Or at least I did once upon a time.
Yay.
When the Sandpoint Devil haunted our town the last time. Unfortunately, there were a lot of people who were attacked. I can probably remove this curse, but this is when, you know, he's kind of calmed down a little bit. You can see the exhaustion hitting him. I think I will need to rest first. But no, I can remove this curse for you.
That sounds reasonable. I should probably rest. Nixie looks exhausted
I
now.
don't think there's anything we have that can help. Like, in this sort of situation.
Oh, look, from a mechanical standpoint, Nixie and Absolar are both out of spell slots. Like, they are tapped.
Well, I have some sleepy tea for you to go to bed to. So, well, so put asleep, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I guess. I believe we have put up some temporary quarters in the next room.
Okay. But yeah, good news on the fact that the devil is dead, and she like waves the hair again.
Oh, horsehair from the Sandpoint Devil. Sorry.
I didn't know. Maybe it might help.
Congratulations.
I figured it might help. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, nobody else was hurt. I think Nixie is the worst of it. Couple of houses got a little blackened. That's about it.
Well, that is good news. As for the curse, it's a infernal one. I believe it is known as Devil's Breath. It carries the fires and sulfurs of hell. It causes wounds to burn eternal.
Do I literally carry the curse as that item?
If I remember right, it can inflict a curse.
Again, I don't read. So I didn't read the curse bit, but I just remember it's called Devil's Breath.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Probably not in as strong as a form as the Sandpoint Devil was using, but very similar.
Okay. Well, something to put on someone we really hate.
Here you go. Isn't that
Like
lovely?
someone that we just picked a fight with. I mean, what?
Okay. Airverna will immediately turn Nixie around. Do you want to sleep here, or do you want to sleep at Sandpoint?
I want to sleep in a bed. I want to bath.
Okay. Okay. All right. She immediately motherbirds and takes her home. Takes her back to Sandpoint.
Yeah. Bed, bath, beyond.
The whole time she's like dragging her along. It's like hurried steps and stuff.
Yeah.
She gets her like into bed. It's very obvious that she's concerned.
Arabella, do you still have holy water?
You want some holy water? She like opens a sleeve and it's just like strapped to her. Always. Always.
Bathe in some holy water. That might help a little.
Oh, do you want to just throw yourself into that pond for a bit? Before we leave the pit?
Actually, you know what?
Does the pond still...
Yeah, he said it was still glowy. We just can't take it. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go do that. We can say hi to the gremlins on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a guild.
They'll be like,
bar trip.
damn, did they find like Nixie like super cool because she's all cursed and shit?
A little bit.
Yeah, because they like curses and stuff.
Or at least they curse their own stuff. But no.
Yeah.
For the most part, though, the gremlins, according to the agreement, they are staying to their own areas, their own territory.
Yeah. We just got like a hall pass to come see the pool.
Nixie, as you kind of enter the pool, there is a little bit of a pain that comes along with it. Similar to if you're recovering from a sports injury and you kind of just immediately drop yourself into a bath of ice. It's a similar thing. Like it's pain, but it's the good kind where you know it'll be good for you in the long run.
Yep, she's gonna hiss all the way through it.
I think Erin has gone into this like really unusual mode that she's never seen before, like Nixie's never seen before. But I feel like it's a mode she's used with her family very often, where she's like full like parental, like vision, where she's like making sure Nixie's calm in the pool. She's got like the bandana tied around her head.
Yeah.
Sleeves rolled up.
Are you okay?
Relax.
I'm relaxed. Do you want
Quiet. Do you want some tea? I got tea. You want to sleep? I'll put you to sleep.
I can't sleep in this pool.
I mean, you can. I can carry you back.
Don't fall asleep in pools.
She's supervised though. It's like a sauna. Like it's like, you know, like a sauna day.
Spa? Is
Spa day,
you're
spa
after?
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, spa day.
Definitely not a sauna.
And just like rubbing holy water into her.
Just getting at those holy bath salts.
She just falls, turns into a masseuse.
Yeah. Aravetta
Yeah.
trying to put Nixie to sleep. Yeah, look. You still have a blackjack on you, don't you, Aravetta?
A what? I just didn't hear what you said.
You still got a sap on you?
A sap?
Yeah. It's a non-lethal club.
No,
Don't you dare knock me out.
I've never had a club.
Okay.
Fight you, God. How dare you make suggestions like that?
I'm a
Bonk.
prickly bitch, not a funk bitch.
No, she just need to go. She just need to bite me and I'd pass out.
Yeah, no, that's true. That would probably freak anyone out. Just suddenly getting bitten. Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's vulnerable.
We got it.
Barabetta
So-
tries to make it like as calming and relaxed as possible, seeing that she's like still in pain.
And yeah, once the pool has done what it can, she'll, which has made the pain a little less noticeable. Still there, but not as bad. More
Yeah.
of like numbing background pain now.
It's like
she'll
when you
follow-
take a. It's like when you take a painkiller. Like the pain is still there. It's just you don't feel it.
Yeah. So she'll follow Aravetta out.
Mhm.
Wave at Sal if we see Sal at all.
Yeah, well, he's always there. I give
He's
him the
always
good
around.
news as well.
Oh, excellent.
So that's 2 down. But we'll have to talk later. Nixie needs to go to bed.
Okay. I'd
I'm
offer-
being chaperoned.
I'd offer my bed, but I don't think our beds kind of work for her.
Is it
Our
just
beds are awesome.
is it just soft silk?
Kind of.
Technically.
Pixie ponders for a moment.
The room has a giant spider web in it now because he's had to make like a little home.
Yeah.
As much as Nixie hates she
I
She
hate
looks
these
up-
things, but I'm intrigued.
well she doesn't hate it. It's it that hates. She's intrigued. She will look at it. Look at Sal. Look at it. It looks comfy.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a spider web, right? And it's like a little thickened up cocoon-esque. That's
Yeah.
how I imagine it.
It's kind of slight trigger warning for those with arachnophobia. It's similar to how you'd
Blackish.
it's similar to how you'd expect with a funnel web spider, a trapdoor spider.
Yeah.
So they kind of make this like dome-like home for themselves.
They make a little hole. I don't think you would find it comfy. Anyone else would find it comfy. Might be a little claustrophobic.
And then they bite through your shoe.
But we could probably cocoon you up if you like.
Soon as you say that, she's like, I want I want my bed. She did.
Thank you, Grogan.
Arabetta just places two hands on her face and just like from the back, so she's facing Sal behind Nixie, and just goes, "That's for another time." And then she takes it through the portal.
You mean another time? What do you?
Dirty joke! Yay!
Yes.
Nixie's gonna pass away.
Pass away? Okay.
Pass away.
Next character up. All right, she just confirmed it.
How did you destroy the champion of Desna?
Flooded.
Made a dirty joke.
Made a joke, and she disintegrated.
Was against the tenants.
It's alright. I will now be a witch that does experiments in necromancy. There you go.
Awesome.
Throw her in the Desna pool. Next character.
Well, with Nixie now in bed, Iravetta, you're kind of left to your own devices.
Yeah, I put her to bed, and then I'll leave her alone. So I'm not gonna go stare at her while she sleeps because that's boring. And Arabetta wouldn't see creepy. She's just like, I got better things to do.
Yeah, oh, that's fair.
If the party hasn't died, she'll go back to socializing.
Yeah.
And if anybody asks where's Nick, she'd be like, she got pretty beat up and probably took the most brunt, so she's wrapped up in bed.
Literally.
I feel like yeah, Arabetta has tucked her in a little too tight.
Well, yeah.
There's just meek little noises coming from her room, like, help! I can't breathe! Help!
I can't escape. What if I need to pee?
That's what the diaper's for!
Oh my lord!
Oh god.
Well,
I can't get up.
As you're making your way back to the party, Iravetta, a familiar figure does kind of lock into step with you, or at least starts to walk beside you.
Was it like he suddenly appears?
Oh,
was
it's
it,
just
like,
kind of the
subtle?
casual, just more of the casual starts walking side by side with you.
Arabetta's still a little jumpy. If you had a pin on her, she'd probably like throw a swing. But if he just like fully just like slipped in and be like,
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Good work with the horse.
That it was something.
Weirdest Pegasus I've ever seen, that's for sure. But you did good work. Look at that.
Well, one less thing to worry about, hopefully.
Well, look, I know we had a meeting, but I feel like extenuating circumstances, yeah?
Postponed, I would assume.
But regardless, I have been thinking about what she said. How you kind of don't want the blame, left on you and yours.
I mean, it's a valid concern, I would hope.
Oh, no, it's a valid concern, absolutely. So I have not a counter proposition, but I have an alternative one for you. Would you be able to maybe collect a couple of things that'll make the job a bit easier, and then cause a bit of a distraction?
I mean, we talked about the distraction.
Oh, I've got a location for you to cause a distraction, though.
Oh.
Something that'll get the
Details?
Scanettis running.
All right, details are always helpful and persuasive.
I kind of feel like that as he was asking if we could cause a distraction, way off in the distance, you just hear a really loud dwarf like, ah! John! Like,
I just love that it cuts. I'm sorry. I love that it cuts out.
Yeah.
And then you can hear
He
it from
peaked.
Tara's mic.
No, it's very. It peaks so much. It's like an echo. So it's like it's real immersive.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It
it's
actually
definitely
sounds like
intentional.
Uh-huh.
100% intentional. Yeah.
Super intentional.
Yeah, totally.
I'm just saying the next mic I get is going to be dwarf proof. Don't worry about it.
Will it though?
Will it? Will it?
Will
I
it?
don't know if they exist.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
You heard me, microphone developers, make a dwarf proof mic, please.
Oh my god.
Such a thing does not exist. But Stepper kind of says, so look, I'm not sure if you know, but our mutual enemies, they own a mill on the edge of town. Like just on the river there.
I think we've passed it here and there.
Well, I got a question for you. Have you taken a look on the inside?
No, we haven't done too much exploration in town. Again, we've only been here a couple of days.
Well, no, I mean absolutely. Oh no, you've been here like a week or two, haven't you? You've just been busy.
I don't think it's been 2 weeks yet. I think it's been maybe just over a week.
Probably like a week and a half. Couple more days, you'll be getting towards that 2-week mark.
Yeah. I feel like we're just about to tip into double digits.
Yeah. Well, he continues and says, well, look, understandable, and I don't think they'd let you in either way. But I would recommend, tomorrow or the day after, like, give yourself some time to recover from all of this. He kind of gestures to the general chaos.
One of our compatriots is unfortunately very indisposed at the moment.
Oh, I did notice.
Until she's resolved, probably won't be able to go forth with any decision making. But again, I am very intrigued. For you to come back with a second ultimatum, though, must be pretty important.
Oh, he puts a hand over his heart and goes, "You're seeing right through me."
God. I think all of the shipping.
But yes, I would like to get this job done and out of town pretty reasonably quickly. No harm or foul to this dear little burg, but I do miss my city. And a payday awaits. But
That's true. That's always good.
Just let me know if you're thinking of having a look at the mill. Like I said, just have a look on the
absolutely.
inside.
Well, we could. We had a plan to go scout out the Scanetti house, the property, beforehand. We could do a little visit in that to the mill. If that would be a good idea.
Would be a bad idea.
And get it just done in one go and have a look. So distraction there means that they would most likely have their eyes there, and any big force. But they do. What I'm worried about is whoever the fuck was on the roof, because they've got people. They've got people, and that guy was real slippery.
A bit of a slippery customer. I have heard of this individual.
Have you heard more than what I've seen and heard?
Oh, I don't think so.
I haven't heard much about him. I only saw him very briefly.
Look, all I know is he's a little bit of a corkscrew, and not what I really want to deal with.
That's what I'm saying. They could just leave him at the house or some bullshit.
Oh, that's fine. Like, if he's left at the house and the guards get called away or vice versa, either way, I'm good. Like, I'm getting in there to getting out.
Alright. Tomorrow, got to deal with Nixie.
Yeah, like I said, deal with you and yours.
Tomorrow night, if she's fine. Well, even tomorrow night, we could probably do the scout. Because again, that's not me committing, that's me scouting.
Right.
And then I can go back and be like, hey, this is the plan. How about that? So postpone for tomorrow.
Rain check it is then.
That sounds good.
He gives you a winning smile and then just kind of turns and walks away.
I think Arabetta feels really exhausted. She's kind of like normally she's like really upbeat. At the moment, she's like not even like clocking his attempts or like his personality. Like even her personality is a little blurred right now.
Oh, look.
She's kind of just like thinking about it and she's like, oh yeah. She's also still hasn't cleaned herself up.
Yeah.
She's like cleaned the head guard or whatever and other people, but she's like still covered in blood and shit.
It's almost like he grabbed you when you were kind of off guard and a little bit off kilter.
Yep. I mean, let's be honest, Ravetta's kind of always off guard, unfortunately.
At least to those funny words.
Mm.
But you return to the party, and with Nixie resting well in her bed, and the rest of you having something of a party, we're going to go on a little 10-minute break. Seems like a good time to do it.
Ease.
Is that a dashing off for food, I hear?
Yes, goodbye.
Goodbye forever. I'm gonna do the same thing because we're gonna run the ad breaks for Twitch, and I'm gonna mute myself temporarily because I'm gonna explain what's happening with my ads and stuff, and I'm sure your chat doesn't want to hear it.
Oh,
So-
my chat knows I'm going to run like the 3-minute ads in the middle of the whole thing. That's fine.
Yep.
But we are going to
I will
go
be
on
back
a
as
little
well.
bit of a break. Probably, I can't think of a poll. If I can think of one, I'll pull one up. But everyone's up on like 3 hero points. So
Oh, really? Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
no, we all have
Go
3
do some rolls. Go do some rolls.
when we get back. But we are going to go on our short little break, and we hope to see you back here soon. Hello everyone, we have returned, at least for the most part. Normal accent.
Yay.
There we go. Better. Or at least kind of better. See, normally I'd be waiting for a poll, but I forgot to run one. Gee Wizard, I did see your message. I didn't realize it was a suggestion for a poll until I came back. So sorry about that. I'm probably gonna pass the fuck out as soon as the stream is done.
Same, actually.
It's not a bad idea, is it? Just getting an early night in every now and again. Especially since I have to be up at 7
Right
a.m.
now.
Your what ran out?
My painkillers.
Ah, yeah, no, that'll do it.
What the fuck?
But otherwise,
Bing bong bang.
bing bong bang.
Bing bong bang. Is everyone back?
Yes.
Yes.
The party goes by well. Eventually things start to calm down and the adrenaline and the enjoyment starts to wane and people need to sleep. And it is a very restful sleep.
Very short thing, just
Yeah.
because I didn't want to prolong the break too long. Did I clock because we saw the two Scanettis.
Yeah.
Did I clock the third brother anywhere?
No, he was not present.
That's all then.
You having
Apart from
troubles on your
socializing.
end, Dwarf?
Yeah, just proceed, because I can hear you, so I can play the session. I'm just trying
Okay.
to figure out what the fuck's going
It
on.
might
here.
just be a reload of the launcher.
No, it's literally the only audio I can hear currently is you guys.
Weird.
But I couldn't hear my Spotify, I couldn't hear game sound, I can't hear toggles. But I'll deal with it in the background. It's fine.
Oh, good. But even for you, Nixie, there are no dreams. You don't get hit by any prophecies while you sleep for once.
A shock horror.
Doesn't like this girl need her rest?
Yeah, no, you did good. You did good,
You
kid.
did good. Sleep well.
Audio has been doomed. Yeah, it does seem like that. Eventually, however, you will have to arise and wake. Nixie, you will have to go and see Abstelar, who is more than happy to remove the curse for you.
Yep.
But what is everyone else doing with the day?
Do you need emotional support?
Me?
Yeah. Or are you good to go just pop in and see him?
I think I'm good to go pop him and see him.
Okay.
Yeah, you go do your own thing.
I was just wondering, like, the town had like the immediate cleanup and then the party, so I assume today's more about like actual rebuilding,
To a degree, yeah.
right? Erva would probably help out with that.
I will. There's
But
not
she's
much
probably
to be
leaning
repaired,
to the
though.
social side and just like talking and asking people if they need stuff or what she can do to help type of bullshit.
Give me a society check.
Sure thing, boss. Can I do tourism? No, it's fine.
Not a tourism thing.
Not a tourism thing. Not bad.
21. Yeah, not bad.
Oh no, 21.
For the most part, there is a lot of work to be done. A lot of the damage was mostly peripheral.
Yeah.
A couple of scorched houses, that kind of thing. Thankfully, the Sandpoint Devil wasn't around long enough to do that much damage. And also, the people of the town really don't... Like, you're the heroes. Like, this is your day for your victory lap.
Yeah, I don't think Ervita really gives a shit.
Yeah.
I think she's more just like, is everything like about people fine? Like, she's pretty sure Nixie got the worst brunt of it, but you know, making sure people aren't like homeless because their house burnt down, you know, type of shit.
Yeah. Would I be right in thinking that Aravetta might be feeling a little bit guilty about the fight?
Yeah, because she got overwhelmed and didn't do shit. Yeah, so she might be trying to make up for that. She won't admit to that.
No.
We'll never make her admit to it, but yeah.
Just a little bit of guilt.
She's being a little bit more sincere than she usually is.
Yeah. Less of the Joker, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, the people for the most part are kind of... Eventually, someone clocks the fact that, you know, you want to be doing something.
Yeah, everyone's like saying no, and she's just standing there like eye twitching, being like... but... Someone take pity on her.
So they get you some... Yeah, right? They do get some busy work for you to do.
Cool.
I feel like for Drunek's part, he probably got very drunk last night. I think that's probably an understatement. he tried to wander out to the woods to sleep in the woods again. I feel like he found the tree, like he managed to get to the tree nearest the gate.
Yeah.
And was just like, fun there. Like climbed up it into like a suitable branch and just has been snoring until well into like the mid-morning from this tree branch.
And
Like there's a couple of hatchets lodged in the side of the tree that you use just like handholds to get up there, and Misha is just like curled up in a ball at his foot.
Why do I feel like Druidic would be the type of person to like build a treehouse and all the kids would come and like stay in the treehouse, but usually he just uses it to sleep?
well,
I feel like he'd want to build a treehouse, then get frustrated the kids have stolen his treehouse,
that's what I
and
mean,
go
like-
build another
And
treehouse.
like he'll go sleep, and then every morning all the kids are like, "Oh, that's so cool," and he's just like, "What the fuck?"
If he
My
stayed in
hunter's
one
blind.
place for like a solid decade, he would have built a second village in the treetops. Because every time the kids steal one of his treehouse, they're like, "Ah, fuck it," and God builds another one.
and I also
Yeah,
imagine Druidic snores like a bear.
Oh, 100%. Like, there is an audible snore, like, echoing for at least, like, probably 6 blocks from the north gate. Like, if any trader tries to, like, come in through the north gate, they're going to be thoroughly confused by what the fuck is making that chainsaw-like noise.
Oh, it's a strange old world.
Yeah.
But otherwise, what is Druidic doing with the rest of the day? Just kind of chilling, relaxing?
When he eventually wakes up, again, simple man, he's gonna go, I'm gonna go with some fish. And he's just going to, like, drunkenly stumble, because I cannot overstate how hard he went during the party last night. Partially just to piss off the spaghettis.
Yeah.
Because he wanted them to see him having a really good time.
Oh, absolutely.
And also, alcohol's great for masking social anxiety.
Yeah.
Um,
Social lubricant.
for legal reasons, for legal reasons, I don't endorse that. But he like drunkenly stumbles down to like Junk Beach.
Yeah.
If he finds Shadron along the way, he's like, "You'd be great at fishing because you're a treat."
You'd probably find him along the way because he, little to your knowledge, was guarding you the whole night long.
He's like, "I like you, lad. Come on, I'm going to teach you to fish. You're a treat. You sit still. You'll be great at it." And he's
Hey.
going to, like, stumble down to Junk Beach and go find a fishing spot.
Fair
If the
enough.
gremlins get in his way, he's going to just give him the side eye, like, I'm watching, yeah, fucking assholes. And just keep stumbling.
I actually think Shadron probably does a lot of fishing himself, and he's probably got a rod, like a custom rod that collapses and just stores inside one of his arms.
Yeah.
So
No,
he'll
that's fair
like
enough.
pull out his custom rod and be like, "Very well, very." Oh my god, I forgot the voice and then don't know what I was doing.
You said
I have a
fishing.
fishing buddy.
You said that he does fishing, and now I have to show you a character from Paleo.
Oh god.
I have to show him. I have to show him the freaking robot that fishes.
Oh god. Yeah.
You told me he was a lanky boy. He's a lanky boy.
He's a lanky boy.
I know exactly who you're talking about as soon as you said it.
As we get down there and he pulls out this fancy fishing rod, Drudek's kind of he's doing that kind of like slight wiggle in his head, and he's like rubbing an eye. He's like, "That's fancy. Look at mine!" And he's gonna pull out the magic combat fishing rod he got from the old man.
Yeah.
I mean, I could catch fish with this, but look at that. He's gonna actually try and like pluck like a freaking leaf off a tree with this thing, because he's trying to show off how cool his fishing rod is, because he's very proud of it.
Yeah.
And like, I got this from an old fella that taught me how to fish like 5 days ago. I'm still learning. I mean, but I caught a big one and a 4-clawed crab. It looked kind of like you. And then just like kind of goes, "Oh, there's fucking water on me boot," and just gets completely distracted.
Yeah.
Like,
Is Drew just gonna turn to the town drunkard?
turn into?
Oof.
Well,
I think
oof,
we're
babe.
already there.
In before my next archetype I take is going to be like Drunken Master. So I will be a Ranger Urson Forester Drunken Master.
Well. Well,
Okay.
there might be more interesting choices for archetype next time around, but we'll get to that later.
God's like, don't be too hasty. You have options.
You do. You absolutely will.
Yeah,
But-
no, that's true. Nick. He's just gonna go fishing.
And Chadron, you gonna keep him company?
He'll keep him company for a bit, but once he can see that he's sober, he'll leave him to his own devices. Shadron wouldn't mind going to the blacksmith
Yep.
and just perusing.
Just perusing?
Yeah, he's just going to see what kind of metals the blacksmith works with. He's fascinated by. He enjoys metallurgy, so he's just going to chat up the blacksmith and see if he can learn anything new.
Yeah. If you mention that to Jamie, like, she's good, people. You'll like her. She's good. Where do I work for her? Have fun, lad.
That is nice. I will go meet them for myself.
Well, our local blacksmith is Savar. And she's a skilled hand, and it's quite obvious from the quality of her weapons as you enter into it. You have a kind of extrasensory idea of metallurgy, considering you're a metal kineticist.
Mm-hmm.
So you can definitely tell the quality of it. Give me a perception check.
Okay. So the hotkey to do that is
Is a Hawking?
no, the things at the bottom.
Oh, the eye.
I just use the sheet. Ah, yes.
The
Excellent.
unblinking eye. Well, I mean, that's a secret one, but I'm happy to reveal it.
I don't know why it's secret. I've got public roll ticked.
Those ones
Sometimes
always.
it just doesn't.
No. Those ones always, when the little box come up, it's like nearly always.
Well, it was
private.
a 25,
Mhm.
so just for everyone to know.
Well, Shadron, as you're kind of examining the stock, you do notice a couple of things.
Mhm.
One, the quality of the metal is a lot better than what you would be expecting from a town blacksmith.
Okay.
It's almost like the blacksmith who works here is probably slumming it. Like, could quite easily make a better name for herself elsewhere.
This craft is far beyond the normal smith I meet. What brings you to a town like this?
She looks at you and goes, "Oh, kind of just raised around here, really. Like, I've gotten training elsewhere. But thank you for the compliment.
Who did your training?
Oh, I was trained out in Magnamar. It's a city not far from here.
I might know them. I have met many masters in my travels.
Did you know a Ivan Moulton?
Would he know an Ivan Moulton?
Ooh.
I would say he's basically like a traveling. He's not master level, but he's probably sought out the best smiths in the land as he moves around.
Yeah, or at least has a good idea of them.
I have known of, but Magnamar I have not been to. This is the first time I've been in these parts, coming directly to Sandpoint for reasons.
Wait, didn't you come from Magnamar?
Was the city you passed by on the way in?
Oh,
That was the one with the red guys that were looking for us.
yeah.
That's where we
Shadron
stopped.
was too busy fighting assassins and like jumping from building to building like a ninja.
Oh, that was a city? Holy shit. That was Magdamar? Man.
Was it a city? But yeah, he'll just keep chatting with the blacksmith and see if he can learn a thing or two and point out tips if he knows any ways that she can heat up metal differently that she doesn't.
Well, for the most part, she seems pretty canny for the skill that she needs. She does mention that she has trouble sourcing cold iron.
Interesting. What would a supply of cold iron be worth to you?
Oh, it would be worth a decent amount. I'm not gonna lie. People get paranoid, and cold iron helps. It deals with a lot of different things. It's more. It's in demand, and because it's in demand, the supply is very short. We used to have a foundry nearby, but the Scanettis bought it up because it's outside of town and there's not as much oversight. And ever since then, you know, they've been keeping a tight grip on it. It's not been good.
The Scanettis, Drunic had spoken at length before falling asleep about them. Quite at length. I take it that they have some form of monopoly of the certain sections of this town and are undesirable, yes?
Well, look, inside the town, it's fine. The Mercantile League does their job. But the Scanetti Consortium is a problem. Look, if it's an industry that's kind of outside of the city, then they probably control it. There's a foundry. They have a hand in the farms around here as well. Lumber. Even some fishing.
I would normally not offer this, but I can procure some for you. But normally this is not something I would do, for it disrupts the balance. Whoever balance is disrupted, help you. I may be able to help you. And he'll like pull part of his chest open. He'll stick his hand in, and without her knowing, he'll use one of his traits, which is to essentially pull his elemental plane from his kineticist ability. He's going to create a one. Is it not 1 pound, but it's one
bulk.
1 bulk worth of cold iron just out of the elemental plane. He pulls it from there, but it looks like he's just rummaging inside his chest, and
nice.
Free walking iron generator.
You don't know that. It is inside I keep it close to my chest.
Your chest.
My chest, and he'll place it down and say, "This is as high quality as you can find. Please take this as a gift for sharing your knowledge."
She takes it and examines it and goes, "Wow, the purity on this is amazing."
I do not deal with anything less.
I'll definitely be able to fashion something fine from this. But it was a pleasure to meet you, Shadron?
Yes, Shadron, it is a pleasure.
Sava.
Well, I shall return, and then he'll just turn around and leave.
Yep, fair enough.
He doesn't feel uncomfortable often, but I think he was like, this is... I like this blacksmith. Working with them may be profitable.
Yeah.
But for him, like, the conversation was over. He doesn't want to give too much away about his metallurgy.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I am back.
Well,
I am
yes.
so sorry. I had to run.
No, that's all good.
You're good.
I had a sudden urge to puke.
Oh, God.
welcome to my human body. All right.
Who needs it?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for you, Nixie, it's going to be mostly a recovery day anyway.
Yay.
So you don't have to worry about that too much.
Okay, absolutely.
Spa day number 2.
Spa day number 2.
But Abstellar is more than capable of healing the curse for you and removing it. And as he kind of does the work, you can tell that he's got a lot of experience with this. He doesn't need to check up any books. He's pretty much reciting the prayers from memory. So you can obviously tell that he's had to do this to quite a few individuals in his time.
Can I be sneaky?
Gasp.
Can I study the prayer so I can do it myself next time?
Give me a religion check.
Yes. 32.
You will be a lot better at doing it if you have to. So when it comes to removing the curse or something like that, I will give you a +2 status bonus to it.
Ooh.
Particularly for curses of this form, or, you know, other diabolic or fiendish curses.
Ooh.
See, this is what happens when everyone's loaded up on hero points. Everyone just starts rolling really well and doesn't need them.
I know, right? It starts. Nice.
Well.
Also, Shadow, I would have healed you, buddy. You should be at full health.
Yes.
We also sleep, so you could just take a full rest.
Yeah.
You could.
No, he would have accepted the healing.
Well, I mean,
I am down a couple of points.
you might as well do full rest to refresh anything on your sheet. So
I ain't got nothing to refresh. I'm ever burning like a torch of the kind of ever burning variety.
Irveta,
yes, God.
you actually
How
have
may I
some
help you?
stuff to do today.
I do. I will after like poking around and being maybe too much of a lurker amongst the town folk in attempts to help, I will let know Drunik and Shadrin that she's got a prior appointment about a possible job. She's gonna go figure out the details.
Yeah.
She'll give Drunik a wink and be like, if this goes well, we fuck over the Scanetti so bad.
Alright, that's fine.
Alright.
So, where are you checking out first?
What's closer? The
mill's
mill,
probably
yeah?
closer, yeah.
Yeah, the other thing's on the outside of the cove thingy.
Yeah, because the mill is down here.
Yeah, the mill's there, and that's where he said that is it the lumber mill?
No, from what you understand, it's like a grain mill.
Didn't he refer to the lumber mill at some point?
They do have a lumber mill, but it's outside of town.
Oh, their one's outside town.
This is one of the few mills that the Scanetti's own that's actually inside town, or at least one of the few
and this
businesses.
is the one that they are supposedly not paying their workers.
Your contact didn't say anything specific about that. Just said that, you know, it'd be
No, you did, yeah.
More it'd be in your interest to check it out. But for some of the businesses external to the city, yeah, no, it does appear like they're not paying them enough. But he was being very evasive about his wording as well. So, checking out the mill first? Because, yeah, their mansion's over here. It's a bit of a walk outside of town. Well...
Yeah, I'll head over to the mill after meeting up with him, because we would have met up, or yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, let me pull up his picture.
I just realized that you added a new shopkeep. Oh no.
Look, we're getting there. I've had him there for a
No.
couple of sessions now.
Oh my god, this is the person that I sell the ring of wizardry to.
But you do meet up with Stepper, and the two of you make your way to the mill. And he says, look, I know what they're up to in there, but I figure I think you'll be a little bit more interested than I would be.
Okay.
So, what I will get from you, Iravetter, is a stealth check.
Okie dokie.
Because as you
Maybe
approach the
those
mill,
go well.
well, this is where you got 3 hero points.
Alright. Okay. I have stealth check,
Yep.
but that cloak that we got helps me with this. Is it? It's so like there aren't people because it says impersonate, so like to become a figurable like background character. So I put that in my brain as like hiding amongst people, but I think
yeah.
it's a little late for that, right?
Oh no, if you want to do that, you still can. As you can see on the map, the mill is adjacent to like town streets and stuff like that. So
That
if you want to
just
just kind of blend in like a townsfolk, you can.
Yeah, just while we're around it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no need to be too covert yet. Just be like people on the street.
Mm.
She probably will change out of her usual garb, like
Just-
her
Yeah,
armor and stuff. It'd just be like people's clothes,
regular people clothes.
regular people's clothes. Because I don't think she can change her human form just off the bat.
Not really, no.
No.
There's a specific thing that allows them to do that.
So my
But-
brain, what do I roll?
Stealth.
Blah, blah, blah. Where is it?
Stealth or deception, actually, because you're talking about disguises and things like that.
I feel like deception might be a little easier.
The choice is
yeah.
yours.
Do I get +1? Is it +1? Yeah. Yeah, +1.
Yep.
Oh no, I could. It works for stealth as well, but it's fine. This one. Add. Roll. Wow, I'm going to use a hero point. on that.
See, this is why you have them.
I know, so I'm rolling. So much better. There
See,
you go.
10 better. A 27.
Yeah.
As you make your way, both of you make your way close to the mill, it becomes pretty obvious that some of the other people kind of just standing or milling about, one could say, probably aren't workers, and they're hanging around a little bit too long around here, and they do have the look of hired muscle for the Scanettis, as you've had a couple of tussles with them before.
Do I clock anything familiar about any of them?
Not specifically familiar. Like if you're
Okay.
talking about the people that attacked you the other night.
Do they all have the same shirt that I stole?
I mean, they all have the same token art.
Okay, good to know. This is where most of them would be then.
But you kind of managed to outfox them and make your way around so you can have a better look at the mill. I'll get a perception check from you.
Sure, boss. Do. 21.
I have to check. Oh, you did well enough on that one.
I rolled a 10. I'm not going to fuck with it.
Yeah. No, fair.
Knowing my luck? Absolutely not.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
You know it'll happen.
You make your way around to one of the windows. It's a smaller one, and it's like a good 6-7 feet up in the air. But that's not really an issue for you, and you kind of scramble up a little bit so you can get a quick glance in. And to begin with, it kind of looks like a standard mill. There's people kind of loading up the material into the grinders. The grinders are doing their thing. They're packing up the dust afterwards. But you do start to notice some strange things about the people.
Oh. Like the people themselves or like their activities?
The workers themselves.
Okay. What is it, God?
No, we'll use this picture.
Oh. Oh. Excuse me?
Not all of them.
So
Even one of that is pretty weird.
But no, it seems like a couple of the workers are zombified, shall we say? And the dust that they...
Sorry, you go.
The wheat dust or the wheat grinds that they're collecting up seems to also just kind of be pouring out of their bodies in some ways. You get the feeling, putting two and two together, they probably died in the mill and they've just been resurrected to continue working.
But like the wheat that they're milling is going through their bodies?
So this is where you notice
Sorry, my food contamination ick is peaking.
if you need me to slow down, just say so.
I won't even let Michael use the same knife for Vegemite and butter, because that pisses me off.
Well, good news. It's not wheat they're grinding up.
What is it?
It's bones.
I look at sorry, I looked at Aura getting validated. I look at Step. Does he seem as shook?
He's kind of leaning against the wall playing lookout for you.
I just, if he's not like right next to me, I'll send him a little message, be like, can you fucking turn this way for a moment?
Oh, I know what's going on in there.
Oh, you could have warned me.
Well, I figured, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. It's better if you see it for yourself.
I feel like I'm a very trusting person. I think I would have believed it. What the fuck? This is where I really wish, in Erevetta's peak tourism fashion, to have a camera and to just be like, okay, so there's zombies grinding bones into what?
Are you asking Stepper?
I'll ask him, but also can I see what they're like packaging it into?
Just like the canvas bags, burlap sacks, that kind of thing.
Do they look marked at all?
Not that you could see with that perception check. You did not do well enough, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's fine. Do the people employed that aren't zombies seem totally chill with the zombies?
They don't seem completely chill about it. Like, they seem to be kept in different areas.
Can I clock?
Yes.
Any villages?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've said I've been getting cozy with them. I've been like super friendly. So I feel like I might be able to clock someone recognizable that I've either talked to before or know where they live or, things like that. Yeah. And someone that I can maybe clock to go find later.
You make a note of their faces. Of people you can talk to. I will remind you, though, that there is a kind of reputation for those who work for the Scanettis. They don't talk about their work. And they are encouraged not to talk about their work.
That's fine. You could always make someone, though. But it's just, I just want to clock it in case we see them again, or...
The opportunity arises, I get it.
Okay, so anything else you're not telling me? Why are they grinding bones and why they're zombies?
After kind of getting a little bit of distance from the mill, Step goes, well, I mean, you don't have to pay a zombie.
Sure. What's with the bones?
Well-
Is it like a legitimate bone selling business?
Well, no, apparently they're selling wheat.
She like visibly
As I understand it, they're not selling it as wheat, though, if you catch my meaning. Like, the wheat doesn't make it into town. It just kind of gets shipped off from here. And look, there is a market for bone meal, but the kind of bones they're grinding in there, I don't think they're going to be using it for the garden, if you take my meaning.
like is it people bones?
I imagine some of it is.
Jesus. And the Scanettis obviously know about all this.
Well, look, the Scanettis don't leave bodies behind, do they?
Whose work is the zombies? Do you know?
Couldn't tell you that, unfortunately. I
'Cause
wish I knew.
Did it look like really? Because they have this like really cool. It's cool. It's cool. Like
It's terrible,
like-
but it's cool.
no, the rune markings on
Yeah.
them.
Oh, I know what you're
like-
talking about.
Do they look infernal?
Give me a religion check.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
It's good that Drunic didn't go along because he would have been like, all right, well, we're going to knock out all the fucking guards and drag people here.
Well, I don't know the rule about using zombies for labor. You know, they might be like chill about it. It's just didn't expect it.
Yeah, is necromancy frowned upon in that kind of use? Is it all taboo, or is it kind of, fair game if you can do it?
If it's disclosed, I imagined it'd probably be a little more welcomed, but I don't know if they're disclosing it. I got an 11.
You're not entirely sure, unfortunately.
Can I maybe while he was looking out and I had the view of them, because she's got pamphlets and papers and pencils, just like sketch out different things, like maybe like a really rough sketch of one of the zombies and the cloud of the bones going in and out of them, and then like the what the bags look like and if they're marked with anything, or and the rune work. And
Yeah, you
like
can make a
the
note of that.
description of that, because then I can go back to Absolar or like Nixie,
Someone
know
else.
more about someone more religion proficient
That's fair enough.
to be like, hey, are these like maybe even like the rune watchers would be like, hey, is this bad? Is this bad?
Maybe.
Because that
maybe.
looks just like from me, that looks infernally. It's like red, orangey glow.
Yeah, no, I get it. To
Also,
answer the
I'm
other
curious-
question, because the
Yes.
question was brought up, and this is kind of common knowledge. Necromancy as workforce, it depends on which area of Galarian you're in. There are places that are a lot more friendly to that kind of thing. Mostly in the inner sea area, and even in Avestan, which is where you are currently. The practice is frowned upon. Unless, of course, the undead in question can consent.
Yeah, like I imagine like in a situation where like let's say you're at a place where lots of people die constantly, and they're like, hey, it's just a renewable workforce, and it's disclosed openly. I don't think Aravena would have a freaking problem. She'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like people acknowledge it. Like this seems sus as fuck.
Yeah. Look, the Church of Pharasma, for instance, absolutely frowns on the use of undead as a workforce. Like, they are completely against it. Goddess of Death,
Are there
no.
any people here that worship her? Like, is that part of the temple here? Because I know there's multiple shrines and stuff in there.
There is a shrine to Pharasma in the temple, but they don't have a specific cleric on staff for it.
Yeah, as soon as I tell Nixie's gonna have to go clear it. You know what I mean? She's gonna be like, oh, I can't leave it.
Yeah, that's not something we can let sit. But yeah.
I do have a question again about the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
When we were looking at them,
Yeah.
You said that they would look like people who had died. Again, is there any like defining features for any of them
No.
that it's like
Bodies
they're just
are well
like
too
totally
gone.
fucked?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I don't know, like tattoos and shit that I can be like, hey, this was your husband.
Yeah.
Do you know where he went?
Nah, too far gone, unfortunately.
All right. So maybe I'll have to look into like missing workers or something, or people that have disappeared. Oh, it might be a good question for the garrison, actually.
Step will kind of continue and go, look, the Scanettis don't always pay their people. And look, you don't have to pay zombies. I get it. I know a couple of business folk who employ the undead as a part of their workforce.
Yeah. I feel like it's fine as long as like, you know, people know about it. It's not like done in secret to the point where it's maybe
To the point where they have guards out front constantly to stop people from having a little bit of a look-see.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like totally underhanding, especially considering what they're trying to station themselves as. Whether this is like an illegal import-export thing.
Well, it does make you wonder about what's happening outside town.
It does. Whether some of their other areas have got some other... I'm curious as to who raised them. Because it doesn't look like... Old man Scanetti doesn't give that vibe, right? He doesn't look like a magic user.
And Step kind of goes, look, I mean, no, he doesn't look like much of a magic user, but neither do we.
She looks a little offended. She looks a little offended.
He puts his hands up.
But I'm a literal spider.
Well, no, I don't mean your
I
other
feel
stuff.
like magic is sort of my whole thing. Irrelevant point. What I'm saying is, I want to know who is the quote-unquote necromancer here. I don't think it would be him, so there must be a third party.
He gives you something of a winning smile and he goes, well, you know, there's one way to find out. He makes like a holy symbol sign with his hands and goes, there's some scripture waiting for you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Even if they're cooking the books, if they have someone on staff who's doing this for them, they gotta be paid somehow.
Yeah, that's true. I'll figure it out. I know what he's referring to.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool, yeah.
Gross. I still can't get over the fact that it looks like wheat, but it's actually just zombie touched bone meal. There's a difference between bone meal and zombie touched bone meal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Me's Tara is like.
No.
Okay. Yeah. All right. For another time. I'll come back to that on thoughts. Shall we? I'm assuming it's like darker now. We can go have a look at property.
Yeah. Well, I'll be getting to about twilight by now.
Yeah. All right. Let's go past Bogey Creek.
Bogey Creek.
It's called Boggy Creek, but I said bogey.
Bogies. We are mature individuals.
Yep.
Just dragging you over.
Making me think of the terrible... That's my own fault. It's too close. Making me think of the terrible pun I said in my dream. I was talking about Borgs.
Yeah.
In my dream, and then it was some stupid response to being like, ah, I hope we were gonna have a dance-off, because then we would boogie. It was so bad, and I cringed when I woke up.
Wow.
My dreams are amazing.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm not ashamed.
Now, I want to make sure that is their manor. I think it is, though.
Yeah, it's the last one on the peak, right? 50?
No, 48.
Oh. Which one? 48. Oh, this one. Oh, fuck. Who's the Durban one? Because that's bigger than all of them. I mean, it looks bigger.
The
That's another
Deverin
better
manor?
point.
As
I
in
think it
Mayor
looks-
Deverin?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
Well, approaching the Scanetti Manor, it's pretty obvious that this place is also guarded. However, less plainclothes and more absolutely private security.
Yeah, so stealth.
Now, how are you casing the joint?
I mean, general perimeter check first, right?
Yeah.
Check out how thick ass the gods are. I want to see, perimeter check, like their borderline, see any cliff sort of protection that they might have, if I can. Those type of things. 'Cause I'm trying to look at like entry points, exit points, whether there's a rotation.
Well, give me a perception check. And
Sure,
although
boss.
this might be a little bit revealing, you can put on your trap finding as well.
Yes! So good!
And before
Oh,
someone's
actually-
like, actually, you're supposed to roll that secretly, Mr. GM.
Surprise! We do shit our own way.
But I can toggle it. It comes. It's real.
Well, at least
Literally
someone's
can
going
only
to go through them.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
So
wow,
much better.
okay.
So much better.
Jeez, didn't need to flex on everyone.
He had like a small aneurysm while doing it and then was like, shook it away.
Iravata, as you kind of check out the place, you can tell that, for instance, that the private security here is a lot of beefy guys. A lot of beefy guys and gals. Definitely the kind that could kind of throw you across the room pretty easily. And a lot of them also don't look local.
Yeah.
So he's obviously hired private security from
From
elsewhere.
outside, yeah.
Yeah. And by the scars that some of them have, you get the feeling that these aren't just bouncers. They've probably done mercenary work.
Yeah, to the max.
So wet work is obviously a thing in there as well. Sorry, I just saw chat. But checking out the perimeter of the kind of property,
Yeah.
it does strike you as a little bit of odd that although they have something of a watchtower, they don't really have walls, which you would expect for a property like this. Especially
Yeah.
for the Scannettis in general.
Someone's with such big secrets, yeah.
This is when you notice that they've placed various, well, the Scannettis probably didn't place them themselves, but there's
Yeah.
a lot of wards on the place.
Oh joy.
You notice that they've got like alarm wards kind of traced all over the perimeter. There's also a couple of wards for proof against divination, so people can't really look in at what they're doing. Not via magic anyway. Scrying won't work, for instance. And also, they have what is known as a dimensional lock on the mansion itself.
Oh. Like, it's in a different dimension?
No, prevents people from teleporting into the manor.
Ah.
Oh,
Is teleporting and
dimension hopping.
I mean, I guess like things, I don't know about if there's like a gaseous form in this game, but like D&D gaseous form, it turns you into a cloud, right?
Yeah.
It's not the ethereal plane thing. It's the cloud thing.
Yeah.
So that's not the same thing, right?
Gaseous form would probably be fine.
Okay. Cool. Just air.
There is one other set of wards that you ignored initially, but as you're kind of looking it over again, and you did get the very hard success on this one, so
Yes.
the mansion
Finally
has
win.
been particularly proofed against fire.
Oh, really?
I wonder why.
Oh, really? Oh, it's not like maybe you guys are prepping for when the town burns.
It's worse because you're near the other mansions as well.
Yeah.
So you kind of do the comparison glance to see whether, like, is this a local town thing? You know, a bit of paranoia going on.
Oh,
And-
she's absolutely paranoid. Yeah.
And no, the Scannettis specifically seem to have reinforced, have the fireproofing on the mansion particularly interesting, and you have something of a crafter's eye as well. So
Yeah.
you can kind of look at the materials that they've used for the building as well. This thing could survive an inferno.
When did they get that built? I wonder. Are these? I look at Step because he's not doing anything. Peaceful.
He's looking as well. You're just the hero.
Do you know if this is all new,
Are you talking about
refurbished?
the building or the wards?
The building itself, the wards, whether that's a recent additions or have been there for years type of stuff.
Well, as far as I know, most of the mansions around here were kind of affected by the last fire that went through Sandpoint. So there's probably an aspect of paranoia in there regarding the building materials themselves.
But is it the same as the other mansions?
Not to
building
the same
materials?
extreme. Also, I haven't managed to look at their personal records or anything like that. But I do happen to know that they've been bringing wizards in from Magnamar to do some extra work for them. Work of the abjuring
slipped in my
kind.
I tried to lean. I was like in character. And I leaned on my desk, and my chair moved, and my fist. I fisted my chin. Ow. Okay. All right. I don't like that. I think it's us.
Oh, look.
Is there any? Because the wards, unless we turn the wards up, but that feels like as a spell would alert people, right?
Well, I can bypass some of them.
Oh, okay.
The dimensional lock's a little bit of a worry, but I could probably temporarily bring that down. It wouldn't be the first time I've had to.
We have a dispel magic thing. Oh! I have an item, but I don't know if it does magic locks. Let me just read. Huh?
Well, look, if
Am I blind? Is it not in my sheet?
if you got something to help with the wards, kind of bring them down a little bit.
Oh no, here it is. The twinning staff. Because it does lock stuff, right?
It does help you with forcing open things.
That's like physical, not like a magical lock.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Nope,
Okay,
have a
never
look
mind
at
that.
it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. We have a dispel magic thing, but again, what I'm worried about is like triggering.
Oh,
the dispel is down.
look, if you're gonna cause a distraction for me, if you make it
Also-
loud and noisy enough, I can get in and out pretty quickly. Like, I don't
you
care. I can do it myself.
Oh, so you don't want me coming in now?
I wouldn't be opposed to the company, but if you're worried about getting your hands dirty, considering your position in the town you seem to be gardening.
I kind of want to go in. I don't know if I can let you go in by yourself.
Well, decision's yours.
Also, a distraction at the mill, yes, would pull people, but it probably wouldn't pull a bunch of these guards, would it? Would it?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Especially, I don't know, if some of the workers manage to make it outside. Some of the workers who aren't exactly, of this mortal coil anymore.
I just don't want people to get hurt. But I suppose we could split the party.
Nothing wrong with splitting the party. What you talking about?
The party could keep people safe from the zomboids.
Oh god.
And it's a mill.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that unusual for the entire thing to go up in flames.
I wouldn't want to put it in flames initially, because that destroys a lot of the evidence.
Oh, that's fair enough. Though
But
I don't think
I like letting them go, because again, if we do per se split the party, then they can keep. I think it's probably the best option. If we do this, I would like to go in the house at the very least. I don't know if anybody else wants to come.
Well, I believe that'd be a conversation for your compatriots.
But the door is, yeah, the thing. Look, I can climb. Climbing's easy. But I don't know much about teleportation or shit like that.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do it, but if we can climb up the side of the cliff, do a rear entry if we want.
Just plunge into the waves.
Well, that's also an option. Easy enough to have a boat waiting for us.
That is true. I might be able to secure one.
Even better.
Okay.
Organize the right idea. Pin more shit on Scannettis.
Even more.
Well, that's why I don't want to burn the mill down, because if we burn it, then like any paperwork or anything that's there that would be against them will go up in flames, and I don't want to risk that. That's just more fire on them.
If we steal it first.
You guys could do that. We'll talk about it.
But I think you need to talk to your compatriots about some of this.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Well, are you satisfied with what we've seen?
Oh, I'm satisfied.
I feel
Are
like
you
knew
satisfied?
most of this.
Are you satisfied?
It's very enticing.
More pros than cons. That's just what I'm after.
Again, I'll go talk with my party, my peoples, and let you know. But I am very interested.
Well, I look forward to hearing how it goes.
How will I let you know?
Well, we got a meeting place. We could just meet up again there.
Okay, dokie. Sure. She'll head back.
Well, do we want to meet up as a party and discuss it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nixie's no longer cursed.
Nixie is no longer cursed.
Sure, that could be exactly where we left him. Just.
So she'll go grab Nixie from where she's chilling out
Yeah.
or doing whatever, and take her back. So, I've done a little recon, a little getting some details. We have been given a proposition by a man called Stepper to steal something from the Scanetti mansion. Initially, we would just go to the mansion. We went to the mill. Guess what they have fucking going on there? And I pull out the paper. Huh? What did you say?
Fuck shit.
locked shit.
Fucked shit.
I show him the picture of the zombies.
Yeah, fucked shit.
Yeah, they got some undead workforce going on, and like normally I'm not too judgy, but it's pretty hush-hush looking.
It's safe to assume that if they've got a statue of Pharasma in the chapel, that means that this is not a town that would condone undead labor.
No.
Yeah.
Nixie.
I was gonna ask Nixie on her opinions.
Do we have Nixie at the moment? Has
Yeah,
had to
she
step away?
unmuted herself.
Okay.
Nixie is not impressed with this knowledge, finding out this knowledge.
Give me a religion check.
I also show her the runes. I'm like, I don't know if they're like infernal, but they look infernally. Like, you know what I mean? They're like hellfire-y kind of bullshit.
That will be a success, but it was only an 8. Do you want to re-roll it to potentially get more information? You don't have to.
Scared. I'm scared.
I know, right?
My rerolls are the worst when I have so many.
Just stick with 23. It was still
Like I said, it's a success.
You're off your game. It's fine.
I'm drowsy as fuck. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're
God,
right.
more zombies.
I'm just showing the picture again, just for kind of the context.
Just keep putting them more on my screen. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can put different zombies on your screen if you like.
Hell yeah.
Shedrin will grab the photo and be like, yeah, Ravetta, I am impressed. Did you draw this?
I mean, yes, it's a drawing. It's not a photo. She doesn't actually have a camera. I just wish she would. Then she'd be
One
an
day.
actual tourist.
This
gonna-
is very nice artwork.
Thank you. It's gross in there. It's not even like a mill for food or wheat. It's bones, but it's like the zombies are touching the bones, and it looks like wheat. Like they're passing it off as wheat, but not selling it in town, supposedly.
Nixie.
So, yeah.
In particular, these zombies, well, by way of explanation, sometimes a person will perish via acid or falling into sulfur pits or stuff like that. It's a pretty painful way to die.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they come back naturally as what is known as sulfur zombies. This can be encouraged, however, and that's the kind of ruins and things that you're seeing there. Definitely infernal. It is not unusual for fiends to use the undead for grunt work, particularly stuff that they don't particularly want to do themselves. But these are a alteration. I'm not sure if anyone knows this, but wheat, particularly in its kind of dust form, is particularly explosive.
Yep, powder explosions.
Very flammable.
What,
So-
bone meal?
Any powder.
Any kind of powder. Bone
Powder
meal,
that's
wheat
fine enough,
powder.
it's explosive.
Not
Yep.
the cocaine.
Oh no!
Cocaine. There are many documented cases of cocaine explosions, actually.
No one get any ideas, okay? But
Yeah.
a similar thing to a sulfur zombie can also occur by accidents in mills. And that appears to be what they've done here.
So,
As to handle the question of, would the town be okay with this? The town would not be okay with this. The local temple would
figured.
absolutely be against this.
Question. So this is more world mechanics.
Yep,
You know how fiends break down into goop and shit when we kill them?
yep.
How do undeads function upon, let's say, re-death?
Usually the corpse is left behind. The ruins and stuff will be left as well.
okay.
Cool.
That's not unless they blow up.
Drunek's gonna turn. Well, actually, considering I'm assuming Nixie's relaying stuff about sulfur zombies.
Yeah.
And Nixie's not happy. She's visibly angry that they have taken room.
advantage of
and-
this.
Yeah, and use dark magic.
Drudek's gonna ask Nixie, and by extension, I'm asking you.
Hmm.
Fuck, I just completely lost what the question was. I'll come back to that question. He will turn to Aravetta. Fuck, what was I gonna ask? Either way, how many like assholes did you see around the area? You know, keeping an eye out.
I'll relay like the sort of workforce number and the like human to zombie workforce number and the bodyguard situation as well.
Outside the mill, you did clock about 6 people, kind of employed as guards. On the inside, with the exception of the workers, you only notice like a handful of the zombies, but you know that's enough.
Yeah. It really only needed to be one.
Yeah. There was, from what you could tell, there was only 2 of them, and they did have minders, but you're not sure whether they were to, you know, keep them away from other alive people or to keep them from grinding their own hands.
Now.
The runes were all over their bodies, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if we were able to, and I'm not going to do the voice because my throat's starting to hurt.
Yeah. You're fine.
If we were able to get in there, say, you know, just handle one of the zombies, you know, we don't have to transport the whole body out. Like, you know, we could grab, you know, an arm and a head, you know, wrap it up, chuck it in a backpack, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
No.
And go to a reputable person in town, like either the town guard or, you know, the clerics or the mayor or something, and be like, hey, look what we found in the mill.
It's a zombie. Do a Game of Thrones.
I feel like they
kind of.
noticed.
Yeah, kind of do a White Walker Game of Thrones. Either that, or we could go to the town guard and be like the town guard captain, and be like, "Hey, we found a thing." Actually, no, because then we're gonna have to technically break it in.
Okay. I think that's actually a better option. I don't think stealing a zombie is going to work because he just said that they have minders. So either someone will go missing while we take the zombie, and then people will notice, and they'll probably like clear the place out or some bullshit, you know, temporarily. But the whole point of this job that he's offering us is to go steal this thing. I kind of want to go with him into the mansion. By the way, and she'll explain their warding system and how their house is prepped for fire. Kind of sus in comparison to everyone else. Sounds like they're just waiting for Sandpoint Devil to hit and just to wait it out. I don't know.
No, that doesn't fucking surprise us at all. They're a bunch of fucking assholes.
But also,
Is it not smart to make your house fireproof?
I think a lot of the people here have done that. They've gone to extreme lengths for specifically that.
They're going to turn to Shadron and be like, "What? We haven't had a chance to explain this to you." Well, apparently I did. I don't know. Either way, Scanettis are a bunch of fucking assholes, and we reckon they're behind a lot of the bad shit that's going on.
I mean, it would be real perfect for them to be part of the cult, but I don't know if that's true. They might be taking advantage of it.
If they've been going above and beyond with protections against things that would normally be involved with, you know, town destroying, you know, townspeople murdering fucking shit that they could then, you know, capitalize on for profit, it would kind of track with the shit they've been doing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely opportunist rather than maybe direct involvement, but they could be.
The guard captain knows what we're actually doing. Like, she knew what we're doing in the pit, right? We established that?
Yeah.
She'd been briefed?
She has a general idea of what you're doing, yes.
I think she has a summary, but not detailed.
Correct.
Yeah, did we have an interaction with her? Was it her that we had the interaction with that they were kind of like, listen, as long as you don't harm people, we can kind of look the other way if there's, you know, occasionally you're going to poke your head around a corner that you're not meant to poke around?
No, we haven't, because she was ignoring us before. Only today did we get like proper affinity with them, right?
With
we had one conversation with her.
Yeah. With your previous conversation, she did admit to the fact that there are things that happen in this weird, wonderful world that you live in that are just beyond a town guard. even beyond a
Yeah.
soldier. And sometimes you need adventurers to step in and do the job then. And she's okay with it. She's not happy about it, but it's just a part of what happens.
Yeah,
So
because
did
we
I
were
get
talking
the
about the
impression-
vigilantes at that point.
Yeah.
She was like, she's not like them because they're hiding their identity.
But did we get the impression with how she was talking about the vigilante that, like, you know, while she's happy about people potentially breaking the law, she understands sometimes needs must?
Yeah. To a
we
degree.
don't have to tell her about us
Yeah.
breaking the law.
Well, no, what I'm thinking is if we could get her in the area, you know, just like in the general vicinity of the mill when we were to go in and grab one of these things, so that like it's not
Don't
a matter
grab.
of run
I
to.
don't.
Hang on, let me finish. And like rather than running all the way to the garrison, like literally she's on the street, we run, hand the thing to her, and she can be like, all right, fucking get right in there. So it's like a turnaround of like a minute. They're not going to be able to clear all the evidence away in a minute.
Have her on standby.
It'll be,
Yeah.
have her like literally like a sting operation, you know? Like
Yeah,
they're-
have her on standby is a great idea.
because then that way we could go in, we could be like, hey, look at this fuck shit we found. The Scanettis are going to be sufficiently distracted by the fact that, you know, there's a, for lack of a better term, police raid on their fucking facility.
That's what it kind of has to be, because it has. The whole point is that something's going to get stolen from the mansion. Attention needs to be on the mill.
Yeah.
So it's basically a giant distraction. The more noise about it you can make in the moment, maybe not beforehand to get them to get rid of evidence, but yeah, to maybe talking to the guard garrison and being like, hey, we have evidence.
Because we did just, you know, do a pretty big favor for them, so they might give us a little leeway.
Yeah, we have
And believing
evidence,
this shit.
and we can ask her about missing people, because it seems like those are just people that have died there and they've just come back to continue working. And it's an accusation of like illegal exports or whatever else smuggling that they're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you bring them in. Step had a good idea of bringing the zombies out of the, like, getting them out of the building. So like whether it's just letting the doors open and pulling the zombies out or something like that, getting them into view of people will make a really big show of it, because all the bodyguards will be making a fight of it anyway, so they're going to be in your way. But the people that are going to be at the mill will have to make a show of it.
So what if we, like, and I'm spitballing here, we go get the captain, set up the sting, right? What if someone makes a bunch of noise or like a big disruption near the mill to temporarily distract the, you know, or at least capture the attention of the thugs, right? So that someone else or someone else's, like multiples, can get in and, you know, open the doors, and, you know, reveal the zombies, right? Like, you know, if we engage, they're not going to mind if we're killing the fucking zombies, as long as they can see us fighting them, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that way
That's
it's going to
fine.
be the big distraction. If someone's causing the initial distraction, then it means that the rest of us can get in easier.
I'm not going to be there. I'm
no, I know you're not.
I'm gonna give you the twinning stuff, because that might be like, hell, you might just be able to bust open the doors with that.
The what stuff?
Twinning
It's
stuff.
the thing that opens doors.
Hmm.
I'll put it in the party chat again. A party thing, but it like busts open
Yeah. You can use it to force open things.
things. So like, if you need to, you can just bust open the doors and lead the garrison in.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn to, like, Shadron, because I don't know your capabilities particularly well yet. I'm like, how sneaky are you, bud? And he's kind of like looking over your semi-rigid metallic form.
He responds to you and says, he goes, I can be quiet when needed. Not on that I am quite stealthy, while I do not look it. But this plan, might I suggest we proceed with caution? There is a lot of money involved with this family that you are up against. And if I know anything about money, people can be bought. Are we sure that we're not getting too involved with the guard? They might have people on the inside that we do not want to alert.
The
If
guard
this captain you trust...
is fine. Maybe her people might not be, but honestly, as long as she's there, I don't care.
Oh, I'm gonna be a little cocky here. Oh, apparently I'm doing the voice anyway. I'm gonna be a little cocky. I'm pretty confident that even though Aravid is gonna be off doing her adventure, and he's gonna like walk over and clap a hand on the back.
I'm gonna be making money, all right?
I
Stealing
wasn't
from the Scanetti, we're gonna make bank.
I wasn't fucking discrediting you. He's gonna slap a hand on the back of Nixie and be like, "We have a walking fuck your undead right here. Hey, Nixie, she does butterfly shit."
That is not what I fear. We can take the enemies against us, but what if they cover it up because they get found out that we are moving against them?
I think saying one of the guards, typical guards, could be bought.
What I'm saying is, as long as we got the guard captain to witness it, she doesn't need to tell anyone else.
Yeah, we could say only
her. So we
her.
handle all this stuff, because as long as she witnesses it, she's the captain of the guard. Her being a witness is basically a nail in the fucking coffin. They're not going to be able to go like, she's fucking lying, because who are they going to complain to? She's
Hell,
in charge
you guys could, we could convince her to go sneakily along with you guys, in the sense of, if we can convince her that absolute proof that there's that shit there. I mean, I feel like I've never seen these creatures before, and I drew them. You know what I mean? And then Nixie's like, "Oh yeah, that's bad shit."
Yeah. So
we can ask her about the missing people, which will give more credit to there's actual reason to look into it.
Yeah.
And the shipments that they're doing.
So just for the sake of brevity, what I'm suggesting, basically, and feel free to disagree, is Aravetta's off, so she's doing her thing. If Shadron, and I'd have Misha with you, because Misha's not stealthy, but she's also a bear.
I don't know if we'll be able to take Misha through the wards.
Yeah. No, I'm saying Misha's with Shadron, right? Shadron causes a disruption nearby, so, within range that, with a dash or two, like, with a full round of movement or something, he can get if we need him. Plus, you don't want to be too far because we want to distract all the thugs. Nixie, whether she sneaks in with me or she's with Shadron or kind of in between so that she can render support to either side. It depends how sneaky Nixie wants to be. I'm pretty fucking sneaky. Aravetta's better at it, but I'm very close second.
Yeah.
I could probably try and sneak in there, and Drew's good at pissing people off. If I can crack open a door, I can piss off the zombies enough to make them chase me.
Again, they have minders, so were they collared or something? Like, how were they set up? Were they just walking freely?
Unfortunately, your perception check was not that good.
Okay, I will say that. I will be like, I'm not sure about that, because they might be chained up, whether you can just grab them by a chain or whether they're walking freely, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what I could basically do is, if I bust open the main doors, because I'm assuming if it's a mill, it would have at least one set of large doors to the interior, the central interior of the mill.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so very much the doors, you open it, you see everything. If she's literally in a building across the road and can just immediately see in there, whether she decides to run in there and immediately take a look, or, she sees me fucking pick a fight with a zombie or whatever the fuck, if we can crack those doors open, she's going to see the shit going on. I'm imagining, even if I get busted and the handlers see me, right?
Yeah.
Their immediate reaction isn't going to be, ignore the dwarf, get the zombies out of here and run the fuck away to hide everything. Because again, they're still not going to have time. If I kick up a fuss, the guard captain's going to hear a commotion. She's then within her legal rights to, investigate a possible violent altercation. It's almost like Druidix being on the other end of that.
Almost.
But basically, yeah, I sneak in, I try and make it obvious. That way, if shit hits the fan, Shadra, Nixie, and Misha can run in. So we've got the combat aspect. We've got the credit of the guard captain.
Yeah.
That's going to get a hell of a lot of fucking fuss, which means that Nixie and Aravetta and Stepper, or whatever his name is, can do their sneaky beaky rogue thing.
Yeah.
And which might yield some actual documentation specifically on their workings. So it will also back up any claims that we need to do should anything go wrong or right or anything like that.
Yeah. I am going to ask Aravetta though. And I apologize, I'm trying to get brief. I am looking at the time. Do you have any? You don't make poisons anymore, do you?
I can still make poisons.
Oh, okay.
Like I can just go learn a recipe. You know what I mean? I can go buy the recipe.
Do you have anything that could potentially, on injury, knock a less robust person out?
I have sleep arrows. Do you want sleep arrows?
Could you make them like sleep darts?
Yes. Let me just jump in there and go, yes, you can.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I'm going to be better
arrows,
but I'm going to be better at throwing them at people than I am going to be at shooting a bow.
Yeah.
Plus, darts are quieter.
They are very much quieter.
Yeah. So, if people are cool with that, in my mind, that would work. If people have opinions.
Are you happy to...
I have 2 sleep ammo at the moment. So if you want those, I can... Or
it's basically, as long as I have 1 or 2 on me as like a, oh shit, pop kind of deal, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Shadron, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that could get you caught out quite dangerously, and I don't run as fast as most people. Would you like me? I'm pretty stealthy, and if you can ride in on Mishra, I'm happy to also be the one that tries.
I can't ride in on Misha unless I use a spell while in contact with her.
It is very temporary.
Yes, it's and it costs a lot of actions, so I don't actually get to cover a lot of movement speed initially either. Because my stealth is 14.
Yep.
So
what's your movement speed?
Mine's only 20.
Not you.
Oh,
yours is only 20. I think mine is 25.
That's the normal.
That's base.
That's
base Pathfinder.
Is it? I've got medium armor on, which -5.
But you meet the strength requirement, so it doesn't slow you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You should be good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I will say as the GM, it sounds like you have a good plan ready to go.
Yeah. A little bit of prepping and talking to the garrison leader, then I want to prep some stuff beforehand, so maybe
I think sooner rather than later is probably the best thing. How long would it take you to fashion the arrows into darts?
I might have to just buy them, because it takes I can only make 1 every 2 hours or 4 every 4 hours.
8 hours.
Right? 8 hours,
close.
yeah. 4 every 8 hours. So I might just buy a couple, but I do want to, I want to make a glue bomb, because I think that'll be handy for you guys. Maybe glue a zombie so it's out of the way and not gonna get
You definitely
hurt.
didn't get spotted going in, right?
I don't think so. I think we're pretty good.
That's more Druidic asking Aravetta.
She would say absolutely not.
But yeah, if we want to do that, I think that that gets us in and out. It means that there's not a lot of turnaround time, because for all we know, if they have got anything to do with the Sandpoint Devil, the fact that we've just killed the fucking thing might make them,
edgy.
Want to close their hat, their hand closer to the chest.
Well, as I said, it sounds like we all have a really good plan. Or at least a way forward with what you want to do next. So I might close up the session there.
Yep.
Yes.
Because it's
be brief.
No, you're right. Because it does feel like you come to a good plan, and I know you a lot enough that you can kind of bounce back and forwards when making this kind of plan, and you pretty much just get to the same conclusion either way. So With our heroes having defeated the Sandpoint Devil and done a little bit more investigations around the town itself, it seems like the Scanettis, their conspiracies, their secrets, shall we say, run a little bit deeper than they may have thought originally.
Assholes.
And with a mill to raid and a mansion to break into, it seems like our heroes have a lot on their plate to handle. But if you want to find out how that goes, you will have to join us next week at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on a Wednesday, where we'll be continuing 7 Dooms for Sandpoint, presented by Tabletop Obscura for Pathfinder 2nd Edition by Paizo Publishing, powered by Foundry VTT. We're going to be raiding into Dwarf Down Under.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tempted to play Infinite, I'm not going to lie. Get a couple more hours of Infinite in.
Look, I wouldn't hold it against you, but I can tell you now I'm kind of blinking a little bit. So,
that's fair enough.
Anyone have anything they want to say before I do the heckin' raid?
Go check out Ish's stream.
Ish, Dwarf, and Obscura are all streamers. Did you know that? You guys should have watched them.
Go figure. Go check out Ish's stream. She's getting back into her streaming. She's been doing well. Go check out Tara's commissions. Her commissions are open. She does good stuff. She did all the stuff on my channel. She did all the stuff on Ish's channel. She did the token art, well, not the ring bit, but she did all the artwork.
Let's go separate boy.
What else? Yeah, do that.
Do all that fun stuff.
Do all that stuff.
Socials on my end. The link tree should still be working and everything else like that.
Oh yeah, go check out his Moonbeam.
Hello. Also YouTube. I recently put up the VOD for our Discord one-shot that we did over the weekend. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of laughter.
Was a good session.
But otherwise, yeah, no, I'm going to take home. So, I'm going to get that raid started. Woof. Down. Under. Did that work? It worked! Alright. Well, I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, as always, we're the storytellers. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.